Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Pummel, and we're finally talking about Ulduar loot. I've been working very hard with Mr. Joardee, shout out Joardee, on this loot sheet, and today we're going to go through it and discuss it together. So, hopefully you stick around for the ride, and I'll catch you at the end. Let's get into it.
Here's the sheet. Pummel, you got the sheet open?
Yes, sir.
As everyone can see, I'm gonna mute the desktop. We have a bunch of caveats and
The stream sucks ass. Thanks, Barmello.
write-ups here on how to use the sheet, the philosophy on our tier, caveats and warnings, and then a section for the tier gear of what tier each class is going to be shooting for. Don't use this as a perfect guide because a lot of your tier you're going to want early on, and then you'll replace it with the perfect bis down the line. But this is the ultimate that you might want, or what we're recommending, right?
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. There's a write-up on Valinir. There's a write-up on the Algalon quest reward. We'll get into that later, but just so you know. All right. Let's get into it. Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start Flame Leviathan?
Yeah, you can start there.
Okay. Well, let's just flash the tabs so everyone can see them. Oh my god, look at the colors.
Yeah, you're gonna have to adjust the colors.
The colors are everywhere. Lots of copy pasters happening right now. The point of the colors are to be able to easily at a glance determine what the prio is reading from left to right. So, Boots of Fire Resolution, we're recommending Demo over Affliction, and then Shadow Priest, and then Resto Druid, and then whoever. That type of thing. So, I think it's pretty easy to read. I don't know. Probably could be easier, but that's what we want. We also have, I just did something.
There's a lot of loot,
we also
guys.
have tank loot listed out. Tank loot's kind of not a big deal. It's just give it to your tanks. And then here are the bis lists. And then this dope heat map on the right that you guys can see. Mute the music. We can mute the music. And then these fusion streams, which we need up. All right, you want to start?
Yeah,
Val is bis for enhance.
Okay. So constructor. We'll start with Flame Leviathan. Constructor hand wraps.
My god.
Cast
Seem bad.
They're bad. I mean, tier just destroys them. They're just like a holdover piece if you can drop your tier bonuses.
There's like, I would say like 20% of the loot in this place is like not something that anyone's going to want, but it's still going to be better than something you might have. So just pick it up, take it. Don't let it dock prio anywhere else, and be happy that you've got something for the moment. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff is going to drop, and you just need to find a place for it.
That's how it is. That is how it is.
Okay. Moving on. Embrace of the Leviathan.
I mean, most people should have the leash, or if they got very unlucky, it's like 6 eye levels higher than leash, and basically is spirit haste, same thing. If you didn't get leash, yoink this, but there's also like the tailoring belts that hopefully get those patterns early, so it's another filler piece.
I never got leash. I would be stoked to get this. But the crafted belts are a thing. And the I can turn Pummel up, yeah. The
Why am I so quiet?
Pummel talk real quick.
Hello.
That's better. The
I'll get closer. Don't take it that was your big moment. Congrats, Sean. Thank you, Barmello.
The Runed Orbs do drop in 10-man too, so they're gonna be pretty easy to get.
You can buy with badges.
Yeah, and you can buy them with badges. Although you shouldn't spend your badges early on. But yeah, they'll be every. I wonder how much they're gonna go for early on.
We will see.
We'll see. Sell your Runed Orbs.
On the Wowhead pages, they had the Rune Orbs for what, like 18 conquest points each or something?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. which is that's a lot of badges for the first few weeks to spend on those. So, and then rune orbs drop more commonly on hard modes too, so you'll see them more often. Okay, mechanist bindings.
These are pretty much garbage. They're way down on the list of things.
These are
Nice thing about them is they
garbage.
don't have hit, and if you're in a position where you have a ton of hit and you have these in your bags, it might be worth a sim to see if they're actually simming better. You'll find that like in this tier, male pieces, it's just like littered with hit. It's actually hard to find like hunter gear, shaman gear without hit. Where shamans don't care that much, but hunters are like, I'm at 8%. Stop giving me hit.
Not bad. Not a bad item.
I think
Yeah,
the
you'll still use these, right? If they drop, I mean, they're better than
They're better than the
it
majority
It
of other
depends
pieces
because
that
you
you
have
can
a
get.
hit
Slime stream.
piece. Well, you have a hit piece if you need that hit piece, right? You go from slime stream to flux, ideally, or frostbound. Like you,
Yeah.
it's a weird. Like the wrists are already slotted for hit, so it makes sense to just find a piece with hit again. So it's a really weird piece. But if you get like a bunch of hit elsewhere, you may just put these on. But very unlikely. I wouldn't get to whoever these go to. It's like okay.
These look pretty decent for rogues.
Yeah. I mean, they're not awful.
Yeah, Atlas Loot's not updated, so these are the old values that I'm
Yeah,
looking at in here.
it's
but the
unfortunate
correct
that
values
Atlas
are in
Loot
the
is
sheet,
not
so
updated.
we're just looking at it for
We
the
want the
main,
XPs from a wrist one.
general
No, it's
stats,
true,
not
but
the
like this is
correct
like a
values,
232 is a
because
pretty
Atlas
decent
Loot's
upgrade, you
updated,
know.
so.
Shamans do have the XP
Um,
bracers.
All
Yeah, I
right,
think it's might be like the third or fourth best option for rogues.
Bis or delete. That's a good
But
comment.
yeah, I definitely would look rogue over hunter. I don't know. But I think rogues have super high prio on like the actual two bis pieces, which are solar bindings and flux.
yeah,
It's a
okay.
good take. It's a good take.
Steamworkers goggles. Yawn.
Yes, I mean Steam Workers goggles are fairly straightforward. It's like a resto shaman piece. Like it doesn't really go to anyone else. Like I don't know, maybe a paladin that's down horrendous. Like, but
Yeah. At least it's got a meta socket. A lot of these helms don't.
delete
There's
those.
still
Yeah.
that dumb
Yeah, but
tendency for them not to put metas on some of the off pieces.
on the bright side, it is one of the only goggles ever created that do not require engineering to wear, so they look cool.
Transmog.
Wanted to hear your volume higher, so came
Resto
here
Shaman,
words,
Holy
words
Pally,
better.
Alley.
JK, post me something.
I think you. Is there anything off of normal Flame Leviathan that you're like stoked to see?
The Leviathan fueling manual's an alright offhand. I mean, there's two better ones, but in terms of Ulduar offhands, there's not that many options, and it's a decent hit option.
Okay. All right, we'll just keep going.
Okay, Rudy.
Gloves of the Fiery Behemoth, Haste AP Armor Pen, male.
Where's that? Gloves of the Fiery Behemoth.
Again, enhanced once tier 8 Hunter hard mode gloves from XT, which you're not gonna get after
Gloves of the Fiery Behemoth.
XT is gonna be a long get. Like that's gonna be a very later in the phase progression.
This is going to be a long one. We're going through every single piece. Every single one.
You know,
It's an interesting piece.
That's
'cause,
what we
like,
did.
both people that could use that want the protector gloves probably alternatively to those. They're not super exciting. Like they're probably worse than both conch and obviously worse than gloves of steady hand. If they drop, then you know what? And I actually think I was looking today. They're worse than the badge gloves too. So it's like it's not an exciting piece at all. Maybe and most of our hunters are gonna be survival. I don't think we're gonna have any marks. Maybe that's more of a marks thing. I'm not sure too many people playing marks, but marks may get more use out of them than survivor would.
Sure. Do you?
Not yet, Wedge.
I don't think you go marks until the very end of the tier, if that, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And probably never this tier. Honestly, I don't even know. Like,
Yeah, I
it
think the
requires
3-4-3 or 4-3-4 really changed hunters. So we'll see.
that's not fixed yet.
No, it's not fixed. I don't know if it's ever gonna get fixed.
It's Nerf Gargoyle though.
It is what it is. Nerf gargoyle though, yeah, exactly. All right. Well, those are interesting gloves in that they're not. Iron riveted warhelm. This is a decent one, right?
Yeah, that's actually a decent piece. If you
Ooh,
get it,
BOE,
I
we
would
like that.
go to one of your unholy DKs.
Maybe
It's not a bad piece at all. Ton of strength, ton of haste,
Oh, it's
ton of
BOE.
hit.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, it's not. Obviously, it's not BIS, but it's definitely a piece to wear while waiting for BIS.
Go straight to auction house? Probably not. Probably not early on. I don't know.
I mean, you
might-
want. I feel like you want as much gear income as you can get. So like a piece like this.
If you're
I don't
not
know.
blasting through hard modes, I mean, use the gear you've got, dude. The odds of you. I don't
But
know.
it's probably
Yeah, I
unholy
was gonna
Prio,
say this is
but
second best
also
unholy
Warhelm of
DK.
the Champion is, in my opinion, unholy Prio. So if you have both,
Sure.
if you have one unholy
looks
DK,
just like that
maybe
other helm.
think, well, Thorim's an easy hard mode. We should wait and give
Yeah,
this
good call.
piece maybe somewhere else.
Yeah, and it's BOE, so the time doesn't run out, even if you're slow.
Sure.
So
I'm pretty
Burn
sure
the
this
guild
is
bank.
this is also a BIS for my auction house set. So
Yeah.
really important.
I know how hard up you are for gold. So all right. Mimiron's Inferno couplings.
Mimiron's Inferno.
I think you give it to your tank. I think we'll be saying that a lot. It's
Mimiron's
just,
Inferno couplings.
give it to your tank. These seem good.
I don't know where that is.
Usually tanks, like if you
Inferno
have tanks
couplings.
that are worth what gearing a tank is interesting, right? Because they want a lot, they collect a lot of loot, and they should be building sets based on the needs of the fight. So I don't think any tanks usually get too hard up on what loot drops. It's just kind of like who needs what
That's
and what
true.
upgrade.
Hi. Well, my wife's here. The microphone's open, Morgan, by the way.
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, this is tank bis, so you just
Tank
send it.
bracers.
I would try to get this out early because
Click
it's
on the
gonna be
icons
nice
to see
for
where they're at. Thank you. That's some good
the rest of your
comms.
prog. You know what I mean? So
That's a lot of this. Like it's
Well,
going to be
I
almost
put
impossible to
links
wait
in
for
all
most
of my
guilds till the
loot,
end of
all the
raid
caster loot, and the tank
say,
loot.
hey, let's
But
figure
the
out
physical
best way to
pieces don't
distribute this
have
loot.
links
You
in
almost have
them,
to like
so
know
it's a little bit harder.
going into this raid where you should put some of this loot,
I was not scrolled to the top. I'm a bad
especially if
streamer.
you're
I'm
going
sorry,
to be
guys.
progging any of these fights.
But these are good bracers for tanks. They really are. I like the hit.
Freya's Choker of Warding, Haste, MP5, Spell Power.
If you didn't get a Mally neck as a healer, this is a good neck. I know some healers like Disc Priest have haste caps that they have to deal with, but in general, it's just another filler piece.
Yeah, I don't think we gave any healers the Mally neck, and they probably still don't have them. So
Basically,
some people will be happy. Pally,
yeah,
Shaman,
it's
or
like
Druid.
154, I think.
Don't give that to your Disc Priest.
Yeah, next.
All right. Or no, hold on.
It would be a flat upgrade for
Talk
some
about
classes.
Comet's Trail after playing that. You gotta keep it in your pants, man. Okay.
The exciting stuff comes later, right?
Yeah, you gotta hold on.
We could probably
We're-
shotgun through some of this more.
we're building. Okay. Yeah, we can go faster through some stuff. That's not less important. Glowing Ring of Reclamation, crit spell power.
Bad next.
Only ring with spirit and no hit outside hard modes. Prio heal every DPS.
Bad.
Yeah, I would rock the shit out of this as a
Bad.
Disc Priest,
Bad next.
but that's just me. All right, Strength of the Automaton, crit, armor pen, strength and stam.
Strength of the
Everything has stam,
automaton.
which is really nice. I think
Strength
I'm
of
glad
the-
that they did that in Wrath.
Okay, Joardee.
It's not really a piece that too many people are gonna look for.
Yeah. Catch up gear.
This is all right.
Warrior
Crit
over Frosty
armor.
K.
It's
maybe.
decent.
Your poor warriors didn't get Prio except for Betrayer and next, so.
It is a direct. This is a direct upgrade for Change.
Okay,
this
Leviathan's
decent healer,
Coil,
actually.
defense and dodge, with armor on it.
This is.
Flying Feral, maybe. I don't know.
I think this is for all the tanks use this, or do all the tanks use?
Is this
this?
tank bis?
No, sorry. Bloods and Ferals use this ring.
Okay. So go blood or feral if you have them.
All the rings kind of look the same with their icons. My bad.
Are there a lot of fights that if you have a feral, if you have a cat, that you bring
Fate's
you
Clutch
bring the
is the
feral
icon
as
I
your
was thinking
as
of.
one of your tanks over the DK? If you're doing pally DK, I can't think of any. I guess
don't
maybe
think so.
Thorim. Maybe Thorim, you have your bear in
If
in
you-
a set of resilience gear.
We'll
I
get to
think
the fun
that's
stuff
this,
soon,
yeah,
but we have to
Thorim,
go through all the
Resilience
stuff
Bear.
that's
That
part of the
makes too
discussion.
much sense. Vesex
Yeah.
is super good for
Get to
DKs.
this or shut up.
Yeah. All right.
We have to go through everything. It's just how it is.
Leviathan Fueling Manual. Pummel mentioned this one earlier.
Yeah, decent offhand if you need the hit.
Looks cool as shit. It's the first massive book offhand. We've had like small little books this whole time, and finally we've got big ass tomes. So
I'm not
that's
a big
nice.
tome guy, but you know it's not the worst.
Most casters want Cosmos, then Iron Mender, then the rest. Caster who needs hit won't get the other two. All right, nice. Who needs hit? Who's harder up for hit the most?
Probably fire mages since they don't have hit talents. They need 14% hit.
Okay, that's a lot.
I'm not.
Steam Caller's Totem.
Yeah, boy, you need it.
Give it to your Resto Shaman. Congratulations, Resto Shaman. Titan Guard. I think I'd be stoked to see a Titan Guard, right?
Yeah,
Titan
looks
guard.
look good sword.
Little Titan guard
You know,
action.
keep the prop paladins off the DPS weapons, right?
Yeah. See what you did there. Rising Sun. I think this is also pretty good, right?
Another rogue
I
item.
don't see it. Oh yeah, the throne. Yep.
This is
Yeah.
a really good throne actually. Hit
So,
and
let me
haste.
see what we have.
Yummy, dude. Assassination will eat that up.
Rising Sun.
We have Rogue over whatever Rogue isn't getting Twirly Blades first is kind of what we went with.
I'd be happy with that.
It's not
On my
a super
Rogue.
important item. Twirling Blades also is not a super important item, so maybe hold it until you've gotten through some more bosses and give it to someone who's not getting loot right away.
Yeah, there's like the problem is so you have Twirling Blades and Rising Suns, and the best probably is the crossbow, which you probably should go to the rogue. And the thing between Rising Sun and Twirling Blades is the gun, which probably should go to the rogue. So this is probably the second best weapon, or the second best, thrown weapon in here that rogues will see in a while.
Twirling Blades is best for Fury? Yeah, I think it's. Are you sure that the crossbow is not Sasquatch? Whatever.
What do you have on the BIS list? I think we just updated this.
Yeah, we did. We have
Says
Twirling
Twirling Blade.
Blades. All right, well there you go. Give Rising Sun to the rogues.
What's the
no, my Atlas is not updated. Sorry, what?
Did you update the column there? I think it might say like if you control F on the Twirling
For
Blades.
HPAL legs, probably HPALs. If the HPAL legs. Oh, on this.
I find it in that
set.
sheet.
Can't see it, but I also am an idiot.
Tier 8. Give Demos a good name,
Where the
Palm.
fuck
Make
is
Star
it?
Edge and
Did
Trinket
we like
Demos.
miss it? I think we did.
no,
We
it's
will get to
here.
that in
No,
a
no,
little
no.
bit.
Oh,
Yo,
no, it's
Alex,
not
thank
here.
you for the 5
I think
gifted
that's part of the
subs,
problem.
man.
It's not even
Thank
on
you.
the sheet. Let me see.
It's
if
not
It's
on
it's
the
really
sheet.
nice of
My
you.
sheet. At it. Somehow we missed it.
Thank you.
Oh, it's 10-man loot. It's 10-man loot.
Oh,
Jeez.
oh my
That's
god.
gonna happen. That's gonna happen another 20 times, you guys. So bear with us. 10-man loot.
I don't
This
know
is
if you
all
s- you-
malleable.
you
We
said
gotta
this,
keep
but
that in
there's no
mind.
10-man
I did, yeah.
loot.
Gotta
Okay.
keep that in mind.
We're trying not to care about 10-man loot.
Yeah, 10-man loot's just not worth figuring out because there's only gonna be so many classes competing against you in specs. So
Unless you're in a
Um,
10-man with all like 8 unholy DKs and 2 healers.
exactly. That sounds like a really fun raid. All right, first big item: plated leggings of ruination.
Thank you, Alex.
Oh boy, this is the first curveball we're throwing people.
This is the
I
first
don't think it's that
curveball.
much of a curveball.
I don't
think
really
that,
like this decision,
if
but
you're looking at evenly distributing loot and a doable hard mode, I feel like these leggings, and this is like the only thing you give to your rep paladin. This is the only item you consider going your rep paladin first.
We chose this because Ret are getting literally. They're not getting first
Reds are getting nothing,
you
man.
can
They're
give 'em-
absolutely
You give them their
shafted.
4-piece: helm, shoulders, chest, gloves, and
252
then they get
legs
this.
is
It
big. with
helps
3
them into their
sockets.
4-piece. That's what they wear, and you know your DKs can suck it up for one item on a decently easy hard mode, like maybe the third easiest hard mode. It requires more coordination than it does
Yeah,
like
whoever scales
gear
the
and
best.
throughput.
Yeah. I mean, these are really, really good, and
I don't. If you have a
I
ret
mean-
that's like one of those selfless, like I'm just here, thanks for bringing me, then don't give them anything, right? But like if you have a ret that does well and you want to give them loot, I would say this is where you go.
That's
the
it.
the goal of this sheet generally has been to give everyone something to look forward to early. And I know that people are going to be like, don't give the ret loot, but you have a ret pally in a lot of your raids generally, and you want them to be excited about going in Ulduar and getting loot. You know what I mean? So
Oh, if you don't have a ret, then it's not a big deal. Like don't.
yeah, if you don't bring a ret, then you go Frost DK or you go on Holy DK. But this is the one piece that we were like, okay, this probably makes the most sense to go ret if you're trying to give everybody something.
Not even that. It
Um,
just helps them. It like helps them use the other gear you can give them, right?
It works out in the
Totally.
end.
Yeah, and they're getting 4-piece, so they're not getting anything else. Like
It's all
their pure bis
multiplicative.
is a bunch of crazy off pieces that we're not going to be giving them. So
Yeah, here's their bis for frame of
um,
reference.
so yeah.
4-piece pendulum
All right.
armband.
Let's go back to the thing. Let's do Boots of Fiery Resolution, Pummy.
For Boots of Fire Resolution, there's a lot of casters who their bis boots are Boots of Fire Resolution and or the Yogg boots. And for the Boots of Fire Resolution, I thought it was most prevalent to have the Demo get him first for the obvious spell power upgrade for the entire raid, and then the Athlete and S-Priest get about equal DPS from it in my sims, so you can go either or. I would lead towards Affliction because I'm biased, and sorry, Shadow Breeze. And then I know it's good for Resto Druids, so they would get it after all that. Then the rest have other boots that are bis, so if you have any left over, you can distribute them. But what
Which
are
are the boots that
odds?
Mage want?
Mage want the ones off of Yogg.
Gotcha. Well, it's nice that there's two really good boots so that you guys don't have to fight over them.
Yeah, the Treads of the False Oracle.
Yeah, it's great.
Sorry, Apep.
Okay, well, I mean, that seems like a pretty safe bet to go demo first, just because demo with more spell power increases the spell power of all of the raids. So
gonna
pretty easy.
be hearing that a lot.
Yeah.
Gonna be hearing that a lot.
And Pummel's swapping off of demo soon, so there goes all his prime.
What the hell? What
all
the
right.
hell? my
Next
Prio is
is
gone.
shoulder pads of dormant energies. These are
Yeah, easy funnel.
resto equal boomy over the rest.
I mean, it's a 252 leather piece, so
It's very good.
yeah, it's very good, but I don't think it's bis for either of them. They both use tier because they're set bonuses, so you can use it as a good off piece for either one. You should probably communicate with your Resto Druid and your Boomkin to find out which off pieces that they want. In this sheet, I put a bunch of the 252 leather off pieces in the bis because they're basically free 252 pieces, and you don't need to compete for things like Pharaoh's gloves or Star Watcher's belt because like 6 or 7 other specs use those. Why not just free roll? I don't like
the
that.
one thing to keep in mind, like if you get one of these 252 items, you can
I don't like that. Are you actually gonna stop playing
gear
Demo?
around
I
that item.
think
you know
I'm
what I mean?
swapping
Because
to
those are pretty
Affliction.
rare and they don't go out often. And so if you get this early, then like that's maybe your piece for a bit. You know what I mean? And then you get the 4-piece, and then down the line you can adjust. But I wouldn't give a Resto Druid this and then the chest and be like, okay, then your shoulders are dead. You know what I mean? You give the other one to a Boomy or something. Sound reasonable?
Yeah, the 252 leather pieces are malleable.
That's true. I mean, no one else uses them except.
Yep. Which
Two
lock is
people,
going
so-
Demo in your place? Are they good? Yeah, our other Demo locks are all good.
Yeah. Okay. Pennant of Fiery Havoc.
Also
Hit
play
haste
Demo.
spell power with a socket.
For Pendant of Fire Havoc, there's 3 necks in Ulduar. There's the Shallow Grave one, which is 239, in from 10 man. There's Pendant of Fiery Havoc, which is 252 and has the hit option. And then there's the Sapphire neck, I think is from Iron Council. And in the Bistless research I did, it was mostly just Affliction and Boomy were using the pendant in their Bis sets, but there's other people that are now starting to add it to their sets as a strong hit option and moving other stuff out. For this one, there's not a lot of athlete pieces that I put as athlete Prios, so I put athlete Prio for this and then Boomkin. But there's going to be more classes that want this and can be added to it based on how they're.
What does Demo use?
Demo uses the Sapphire from Iron Council.
Okay, gotcha.
Because that gives more spell power. And that's what I'm doing. I know in the Bis quote-unquote set that the Wowhead put out today, they put a different neck and a few other different pieces. That's what I use. But I build more for what I can get versus absolute Bis.
Sure. Okay.
It's going to take 4 hours. Dude, it stops when I hold down caps lock.
Seems like a really good item. Like the
really
socket's fucking gaming. Okay. Golden Serenite Dragon main hand fist weapon. Ooh baby. Ooh baby.
It's nice. I think it's easier to figure out than if it drops early, like very early. You look at going to your combat rogue.
Enhanced Prio?
Your enhancements probably still playing mostly
do you want to swap
knack style weapons,
in
knack
Ulduar,
style
Bura if you can?
spell hands.
I mean, this
so if you have a
item's
combat rogue,
crazy.
you go there first. If you have no combat rogue,
Hit haste
you
socket.
just obviously go your hand shaman.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the shaman swap from spell hands
Assume it's
to
like a raid
physical
profession
will
for
be
Yogg.
interesting to see when that makes
Yogg
sense.
is hard.
Do you know like how long that's going to take them? Like when they get their tier, or what is going to be?
I'd
You
swap for
you should
Midnights
be
and Gotcha.
prioing them tier, and it's not.
How
I
long
mean,
after you
you
buy
could
'em?
probably just run this straight
Yo,
away.
Rent Owl, man. Thank you for the
because
follow.
it's still within like the
It's
speed that
mostly
they want.
Demo,
I
and
don't know the
then Spell Hands
specific
is
like
not a
numbers on
thing.
the set, like
I won't be
you know,
anymore.
but I feel like it gets
Spell
bigger
fortunately
the more
falls off
gear
around
you
T10,
get,
even
right?
T10 's super
It's
valuable.
better for them the
We'll
more
see how
gear
it
they
goes. We'll
get.
see what the best
Gotcha,
shamans
okay.
do. It's actually really cool that shamans have so many
They're
ways
saying
to play
it's
the
literally
game.
just do I get a physical main hand, and so I guess that would be it right there. So,
Dude,
but
Mowgli,
we're going
thank
combat
you
rogue
for the
first.
sub, man. Demo lock supremacy. I'll miss you. I'll miss you, Mowgli.
Yeah, like
I'll
there's
still
really
be playing
not much
Demo.
of a swap, right?
You made me sad. I love
I
you,
still
Demo.
think
I'm
you
still
go
gonna be
your
playing
combat rogue
Demo. Don't
first.
worry.
Mm-hmm.
What's the lump up the athlete? They're
don't think
basically
it's a
gonna
huge
swap romance, so I can still
if you
play
have a
both.
combat rogue.
So
Cool.
I'm gonna play Demo in the
all right.
GDKP.
I mean, it's a nice item for sure.
When
This is their best main
Oh.
hand, right?
Yeah, yep, for both specs. So
Nice.
it's one of
just Flame
those.
Leviathan. That's easy. Rogues
Yeah.
get lucky on weapons this tier. And It's
Yeah.
just like easy bosses drop.
It's like
It's-
bosses you
Blade
have.
Twisters.
I wanna play both. I
Freya,
like them
Iron
both.
Council, I guess, is their offhand, but and then
I want to play
you know,
Destro too in Ulduar, so we'll
easy
see how that
software.
goes.
the other things. Okay. All right, that's Flame Leviathan. Let's just chug through Ignis because it's all normal mode stuff. Soot covered mantle, hit spell power shoulders.
I think we could just like kind of cover Ignis as like mostly just catch up gear /
Sure.
filler gear for people that aren't getting its bigger pieces throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
It'd be
the
nice to
one-
break. I'm sorry. Just a nice thing for the sheet if you break it down by boss, and it's easier just to kind of look that
Yeah,
way
I like
too. But
that.
there was some gear that's not bad on
I'm gonna
here.
destroy
I mean,
Al.
there's like filler gear, catch up gear, World Carver, LOL.
Yeah, World Carver. I'm excited to get World Carver on my warrior because I haven't gotten a Betrayer yet. I think honestly the biggest item on here is Heart of Iron.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If you get a Heart of Iron early,
Where's Heart of
your
Iron?
tank is just way better
Oh
off
yeah,
than he
this
was
trinket's
2 seconds
insane
ago.
actually.
Um,
All the tanks use this trinket.
this would be huge for
Massive.
Prague, for Algalon, for Yogg 0, for
Big
Iron
dodge.
Council, for a bunch of stuff. This is going to be really, really nice. And then Scepter of Creation, I'm stoked on as a priest.
Yeah, Scepter Creation's alright.
Girdle Vembers isn't a bad item on that list.
Girdle
The
Vembers.
loot sheet will be
It's
published
worse
soon.
probably
It will
than the
be.
Belt of the Titans, which is the
After
crafted belt.
after the stream.
Okay.
But so your 2 other belt options, one is off
This is
out
Razor
10
Scale.
for DKs, and the other one is off.
This is also
Steelbreaker,
Razorscale. This is
25
also
mana
Yeah.
forbid.
Razorscale.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's nothing really crazy off
So
of
it's not. It's like a nice. Like it drops
Ignis,
week one.
at least for
Frost
us
DK. Hit that
and
up.
our purposes. This is getting into X tier already.
Armor pen. Armor pen, armor pen, armor pen. Is this the tier for warriors, man? Or what?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
I'm a
that.
warrior believer.
Are you? Will you
I
post it?
am.
Just what I will. I will post in the Discord. I will
Warrior is the
make a
Warrior's my favorite
video
class.
with this
It's
afterwards.
so
It will
much
all
fun
be
to play.
public. You will all be able to
I
play
may not be
around
good
with
at
it.
it, but it's so much fun.
You're probably one of the best warriors I've ever played with.
Shut up. Pummel's mad I don't Sunder and Demo Shroud and Sun will Plateau.
Clip that.
That's it. Totem of the Dancing Flame, good for your enhance. Intensity is a decent staff, a lot of hit on it.
Yeah, it's like all meh
Um,
loot. It's all meh loot.
You know, I think this is mostly just ketchup gear. Razorscale as well has a lot of the similar stuff.
That's true.
Cloaks and bracers and stuff.
I mean,
Is
look.
there anything-
It might be.
anything
Draping
here?
Dark Rider's actually not a bad piece. Let me kind of look how.
This stuff just
notated that
like
on my
doesn't
other
matter
sheet.
until we get to the hard
Drape
mode stuff.
of
hard,
the Drake Rider.
the hard
Yeah,
mode
Drake
stuff is
Rider.
what we actually have to go through here.
We were
Most
looking
people
at
want
like early
10
on.
min Vezax cloak, give to whoever wants, no big deal.
Yeah, like early on, Warrior Frost Unholy may have some
Yeah.
interest in this cloak.
Proto-hide leggings seem good. Maybe not.
I guess. Are you
Serenite
really-
Mesh
Nah.
leggings.
Proto
Not
hide
really.
leggings.
We ranked it
Is
as
it-
like a D tier item
Is
on
this
our
still
sheet.
this is Razorscale
Yeah.
now?
What else? What else?
There-
we're just
go
we're
back.
just kind of chugging through the normal stuff. So, go back.
Yeah, go back to
Are you going to
your
do a
Atlas
breakdown
loot.
for early
I'm
on
sorry.
pieces to go in for 25 man non
Do you want me
hard
to
mode?
Discord stream? Is that helpful?
Nah, I could
Yeah,
I'm just looking.
kinda. I mean, we're
do
going
this.
through all the pieces that you get in normal and hard modes.
Yeah,
So
do
the
that.
pieces that will build up to the bigger hard mode 252
How's Living
pieces.
Flame, Pummel?
Living Flame is it's really situational because the thing about the 252 bonus is that we get extremely flooded with hit. Almost all the casters do. But I know some demos have talked about using the Living Flame to get a fat demonic pact because you can use it whenever you want. But it's not really great, but it's not really bad either. It's really situational depending on your
Sure.
current set.
Sure.
Who gets Maladeth? Probably main tanks.
So you kind of give it to
Are you
someone
going
who's
to make
not
a bid
getting
for
prime and
locks?
big stuff later.
Yes,
maybe.
yes.
Although I mean, Algalon's gonna be hard to get.
Yes, I will make a vid for locks
They're not
saying
mesh
which
leggings can
pieces
hold
I
you- can
think you
hold,
guys should go for first.
You over until
Well,
you
the thing is
get
better to gear your demo
Cunning
with an Ulduar
Deception
slot
or
if another
Complex
caster is still using pre-raid in that slot.
for male users.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's nothing super
Better to
exciting
gear
here.
your demo with an
Guiding
Ulduar
Stars,
slot if another caster
Cool
is still
healer
using pre-raid.
mace. It's fucking huge. It looks like Thorim's mace.
Boy, I think that's really situational. I think that
Sigil
if another
Deflection,
caster is using a
solid
pre-raid
DK
in that slot,
Tank.
I think it's a
Sigil.
discussion to be had, but it really depends.
That's pretty nice because
on
you're
the item.
kind of like permanently
On burst fights,
adding
you want
136 dodge
Living Flame to use it on burst
to
phase.
your
That's a good point, Simo.
Yeah.
stats.
but
with that, that's like
the fact is
pretty
it has
big.
just like way too much hit on it, so it's a big turnoff to a lot of
Fairness is
people.
Bane, nice tank gun.
Like, I
for
might-
the
I would
Yeah, you
like
can
use
use that
Living
sigil.
Flame over Dying Curse sometimes, but it really just depends.
use
Like
the sigil.
everything's so situational.
You'll use that sigil as a DK tank.
oh for sure.
Essential deflection is
Um,
very good.
Okay. Easy boss, pretty good loot.
Decent gun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else on here?
Nah.
All right.
It's weird that only one tank uses a gun. That's odd to me. Okay. XT.
XT.
Mantle of Wavering Calm.
Similar to those gloves from earlier, just spirit, haste. It's just kind of there. You know, I saw you were
Yeah.
using it on the PTR. Did you like it?
I actually was using the one off of Vezax.
Even worse.
Mantle of the Unknowing, only
Blue
because I
not
had
to
the
be seen
4
for a while. You're not even
that
wrong.
dropped,
Not even wrong.
and I got these random shoulders. As
Yeah,
the fifth
if your Horde
of
Living
it,
Flame has
so-
a lot more value than if your
Um,
Alliance.
not because of anything good about it. But
fair.
yeah,
It's
Mantle of
fair.
Wavering Calm. The priest here looks great. I love how it looks. His face. Sandals of Rash Temperament.
Well, there's the crafted boots that are really good that you get in this tier, And you also already probably have Arcanic Tramplers. If you don't have Tramplers, these are decent as like a hit option, but they're not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just not a big
XT,
deal.
XT. Boots of Hasty Revival, crit spell power leather.
Another good piece for Boomkin or Resto. Just a solid leather piece that's just there. There's quite a few of those. Where just like these random leather pieces with like
For
caster
sure.
stats. Are the
Court
casters even
stud
worth
harness,
it? Your Tramplers?
more
They're barely
Resto
better.
shaman gear, I guess.
More
33
Resto.
MP5.
Yep.
Brass line boots. These are decent, right?
I think I might
For
pass.
Hunter, if I recall.
They're like a marginal upgrade because they have
I need to cheat.
sockets.
I need to look ahead.
And
I don't have
that's
every
about
loot
it.
table.
So
And
Or it's shaman over hunter.
Brass line
I think we
not
wrote down it's not a great item, but if I see one drop, I look at my enhancement shaman first.
it's an okay
Yeah, because of
item.
the hit, right?
48
Okay.
int.
But it was like it's very situational. You'd have to ask, the specific person.
The interesting thing about hit this tier is that
It's
there's
all over
so
milk
much
here.
of it
Yeah, like
because
Gonna go all in the
because,
craft build
the
early
eye
since
level
Algalon will
jump,
be
there's
ways
just
away.
way
That's a
more hit than
smart
there would be
move.
normally,
That's a
so
really smart
you
move.
just need fewer pieces. It kind of changed up what's good and what's not. Okay, so enhance over hunter.
it's
I guess
about
this is
the
another one of
same.
those things that you
It's
just
like
kind
I
of like
wouldn't put
fill
it.
in the gaps with.
I wouldn't put any class specifically on a prio for it.
Yeah.
I would just kind of say
Mill
who needs
users
it.
are in a
Hunters
very
can
good
use
spot.
it as armor pen.
Very good spot.
Enhancements could get
There's
use
a
out
lot
of
of off pieces.
It's one of
and
those things that like comes down
they
to
have no competition on Protector.
what stats do you need
so-
at this time, right? And
Sure.
I think shamans actually have better going into that tier. So if they're not where it might be a direct upgrade for a hunter this tier, but shamans should have better currently from Nax. But I don't know. It's not. I don't know the
That makes it
specific
easier to
use.
see. Is this hard to see?
Okay. Let's just burn through some stuff. Shoulder pads of the
Nice.
deconstructor, tank shoulders. It's got some hit on it. Who's hard up for hit tank wise?
Those are actually really solid tank shoulders with the hit. I talked to Rugs about this, and he used it in a bunch of his bis sets. It's kind of a sleeper pick.
Okay. Looks cool. Is it the warrior tier or is it the paladin tier? Those does it look like?
I don't know. The DK tier? I really don't know.
It's warrior. All right.
It's warrior tier apparently.
Horologist wrist guards, plate, pally, wrist. Congratulations. Clockwork leg plates. He's actually dropped on PTR for us. I think we gave him to the warrior.
Yeah, they're not specifically a great piece. They're like outshined most of the time by tier for the people that would use them. I think warriors could have a use for them,
charm and meticulous
but
timing
it would be hard to probably fit into the set
is
that you're
good
currently wearing.
for all three of the healers besides druids.
We didn't update the Comet's Trail.
Oh,
Okay, do you want to do that real quick?
I don't, but I
You
will.
don't. Okay. Crazed Construct Ring. This is Unholy Bis.
Yeah, that's a good piece. It's like while you're there
This is
killing
really
the boss
good.
half the time is
Has a
hopefully
bunch
get
of
ring like
haste
that.
on it.
Yeah, it's nice that there are some normal mode base items on here. That makes me happy.
There's not many though.
Sigil of Vengeful Heart, another Unholy Bis item. So Unholy really like XT.
Always gonna be fun to play with like sigils now. You're opening up like more sigils. Like obviously with the recent snapshotting nerf, maybe not as much, but you could potentially like snapshot your gladiator sigil and then like swap to this for the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
Signet of the Earthshaker, tank ring, probably your prop pally if I had to guess. Let's look.
They're basically equal. I put warrior and paladin.
Yeah.
It's just a block piece.
The odds of you having a prop warrior and a prop pally are
yeah.
So.
Whoever your tank is that needs a ring.
Yeah. Thunderfall Totem, congratulations. Ellie Shamans. Golem Shard sticker.
What is that? Oh, some dagger. Gross.
Let's go
New
rogue.
question: can sigils be swapped with DC equip macro
I,
during
think I
combat?
don't think it's very
I
good.
think sigils can be
Yeah.
swapped mid
The notes I
combat,
have
but
on
I
it
haven't done
from,
it.
I think, me and
looks cool.
Zeph.
You
we're
follow your main
looking at
tank or
it.
split evenly? I would funnel the main
Yeah,
tank,
it's like
but
you'll
it does
use
make
it
Algalon a little bit
until
harder.
you get like flame, yeah, Fang
It's
of
like if you
Oblivion
have
or
one
Flame
tank
Twister.
that's really, really
Totems of
geared,
Shard,
it can
they're
tank
saying
the
Totems
majority of
not
stuff
good.
just fine.
Gotcha.
At least the harder things, because there's always gonna be one thing that's
Uh,
like slightly harder to tank than the other.
All right. Twisted Visage. Big item. Kinda.
What do we have down for that?
It says not this, but good.
So the way that we did it was that this is second best probably for hunters and druids, and so you go druid here. What kind of sucks is like you go druid here, and then if Dreambinder drops, you're sad because you gave this to your druid
Well,
when you could have given it
there's
to
a
your
few.
hunter.
Are they? No, there's a few other items I believe that that would drop. Or no, are they 10-man? Yeah, I think they're 10-man loot.
Probably.
Yep, I'm thinking 10-man loot.
You
Classic
just give this to
10-man
your
loot.
druid. It's a druid weapon.
Yeah, it's easy.
Looks cool as shit. And then quartz crystal wand, hit wand.
Oh, I know the discussion now on Twisted Visages.
Oh, okay, let's go back.
Oh, snap.
When we talked
How are
about
you?
it, it was if it drops, do you
Start
go
over.
feral and then give the other staff
sheet will
right
be
to the same
released to
feral?
the
And I
public
say
tomorrow
yeah.
morning.
I say yes.
So
You just
don't
do
worry
that.
Yeah.
about it. You'll be able to go
Yeah.
through everything still.
Your hunter, it's a stat stick, so just give it to your pharaoh. Okay, quartz crystal wand. This thing looks cool as shit.
This is a hit wand. If you didn't get Gem Nerubian, this can hold you over. The Gem Nerubian's better because it's haste.
Oh, it is? Okay, so it's mostly a shard.
Yeah.
What if the pharaoh's off tank like you? Then it's still yours. That's
Yeah,
still
and have fun farming PvP pieces.
yeah. You better get on your PvP
You
grind.
think we can go a full lockout without an Algalon
okay.
kill? No. People are gonna kill Algalon.
Let's get into the hard mode stuff. Grasps of Reason, big item.
I kind of went with a cop-out answer here, but it's really hard to decide where an item goes to after the demo lock, considering it's BIS for every single caster besides an elemental shaman. So literally, you gotta give this to your demo for the most spell power in the entire raid, and then you give it to your biggest performer. Say you have a really good fire mage that outcranks your affliction, give it to them, or an affliction that destroys, or maybe a shadow priest that's tenured, give it to them as a thank you piece. There's not a lot of things that are necessarily prior to them, so it's
one
a
of
weird
those
piece.
chase
It's really good.
items.
Yeah.
It's also healer bis, but you're not gonna give this to your healer ever. So
Is it?
it is.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Is this for legs or the chest?
is.
This is for the bracers.
Okay,
Grasp
gloves
of
of the steady
Reason.
hand. I think
Grasp
this
of
is
Reason.
It's the
the
easy one.
hunter
Yep.
gloves.
You'll just give that directly to your owner.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even know these were
This is
different
the piece
healers.
that we're recommending hunters use.
That's okay. I mean,
in
this
addition to
is
the
like
4-piece otherwise.
out of all the bracers,
I
guys,
believe it's also red.
there is
Fist,
this bracer. Unsullied is better than anything else you'll get in Ulduar. So you go
Yeah,
from
the rest are
Unsullied to
gonna use
Grasp
tier
of
one,
Reason.
I mean, if you get this early, then you just
Yeah,
use
Red
this
King,
and you
maybe get the
tier
second
other
one.
ones. Yeah. Okay, breastplate of the voted. Give it to your pumperiest. Holy pal.
Jules, do you have a
Right.
close one that's leather? Yep. Little H-Pal piece.
Yeah, it's huge. Although XT is gonna take a while to get down. It's
Bracers of Brewmother, outrageous scale.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
those are
turn
right. Imagine
Discord
having
up a little
Unsullied.
bit so you
True.
guys can hear them
What's up,
better.
Sniper Dad? Pub's interesting how us male study
Yeah,
game
I
gear
mean
like we apply
it's
for university.
probably the
Yeah,
it's
Lockstone and
like
Sullied
the
is
only hard
screwed.
mode we never
Yeah,
really.
this is a really good
tried.
chest for paladins.
I mean, we tried
It's
a
not
little
really
bit,
worth
but
talking
I
about
don't think it
much
was too
because
serious. But yeah, it
I
still
mean,
seems
let's
super
just play
super
it.
tuned.
Yeah. It's got a lot of health even after the health nurse. So this spreadsheet's going out tomorrow morning, guys, on Pummel and Mai's channel in the description. So you can
free.
get it done. Charm of Meticulous Timing. This is pretty much healer bis across the board.
Yeah, the only healer that I was told doesn't use it is Resto Druid, but I just put HPAL first because HPAL doesn't get a lot of priority on stuff. There's a lot of Shaman secondary pieces, and there's a lot of Priest Prio later. This is another similar performance piece where you put on your best healer, because there are other necks that are close to it.
Yeah. Definitely.
There we go.
By
the way, Pum, passed my interview. Congrats, man. I'm proud
Loot's
of
gonna
you.
be weird by the time you're killing XT, so just kind of give it to
Vest?
whoever hasn't
It's
gotten
not a
anything
vest,
recently.
it's just a
I feel like
jacket.
the Pally is a solid choice, dude. This thing is so juiced. The blue socket, haste on it. Yeah, maybe don't go disc priest on this first because of the haste. Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, and Sorthalis.
I mean, it's the best 25-man weapon for Unholy, but at the same time, Unholy has 2 better options out of 10-mans. I still probably would lean to giving the first one to your tank, and then looking at giving Unholies. 10-man loot is kind of a little bit easier to get, and
Yeah.
Yogg, it's just I could go either way on it. I'm not too worried about it. A lot of the weapons for Unholy specifically sit very close to each other, so it's if you don't get this, you could pick up a a Malice off Kologarn and like two boss, the next boss, right? And
Yeah.
you'd be set.
Mm-hmm.
For that mace, it's Prot Warrior Abyss. And it's also if the blood tank's dual wielding, it's if they get 2 of them, that's their best weapon. There's a 2-hander blood DKs can use instead, and Prot Paladins use Cyrilus.
Yeah. Which is a 10-man item.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're going to Iron Council next.
I think that very likely
that's a cool job, man.
your guys
Congratulations.
will be sitting on Caress by the time you're killing XT. So it's like,
yeah, Joardee's right here.
It's
Probably
probably.
is.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a lot
give
of
it to your
fights.
tanks.
A lot. Tank threat isn't really important here, so it's kind of like what are the defensive stat upgrades the tank's getting out of it, right?
What's up,
And for that
in the
reason,
cot,
like
dude? Welcome.
I feel like it's not huge. You may be
pummeling
consider
right
just
now.
going DK
Yeah.
first, but I could go either way on it.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about it because there's plenty of options for Death Knights, Unholy Death Knights.
Yeah.
And like this isn't the item that you get butthurt over.
Yeah.
You sound really upset.
My third BIS weapon, right?
It's funny how there's like a physical class doesn't really care that much about weapons. It's kind of nice actually because
Yeah.
warriors care so much. Ret cares so much. It's like
Star
makes
Shard,
sense.
you should
It's
outperform Mage.
stats. I mean, it
It,
just like comes down to stats.
kinda
a lot of
is.
times.
Okay, that's XT. Again, XT is gonna be one of the last hard modes that you actually do clear. So, Iron Council. This fight is
They're
so
on the
much
same-
fucking fun.
they're on the
I can't
same
wait for
level,
people
dude.
to get it. It's gonna be one of those fights that changes modularly over time as you do more damage because your tanks just aren't even gonna die anymore. But
complaining. We're not even
one
there
will
yet.
die.
Let me explain
Like, that's
myself
it.
before you start complaining.
Okay, Drape of the Lithe.
Hold
Drape
on.
of the
Let me look what I
Lithe.
put down.
It
It's
Drape
not.
of the
AP.
Live.
It's not a BIS
Drape
item.
of the Live.
It's decent for some classes needing the hit.
Mm-hmm. Where are we? Iron Council, Drape of the Lithe.
Drape of the Live.
Enhance over Rogue. Rogue has Icy Intent Prios to go enhance.
There's
you.
lots of it's probably like if you're like ranking stuff,
It
you can
seems
get it at
alright.
10 and 25. Like most classes, we see it like the 3rd or 4th BIS option.
A lot of people probably don't have Drape of the Deadly Foe because that thing does not exist. So this is alright.
Yeah, if you need a hit, for sure. Like if you're a class that utilizes that hit.
It looks terrible. Holy fuck, what a terrible graphic for a cloak. I thought Blizzard figured out cloaks by now.
For a lot of classes, you might end
Six
like
of
out
them.
of just strictly 25 man, it might just be the 2nd best cloak in here.
Does it look like a
Okay.
picnic blanket?
It looks like a beach towel.
It looks gross.
Like terrible.
Yeah, I do not like that.
All right, Raiments of the Iron Council.
So most people use tier as their chest, but this is a very solid chest. There's not really any good 252 like cloth chests.
Sure.
Like most people just use tier. So if you're waiting on tier, you can yoink this.
Yeah, this is like a week 2 or 3 use.
But you get
and
always
then
high club.
maybe
Oh,
you
dude,
don't
Luca, man, thank you for the
by
follow.
the time you get your tier. Although, I mean, warlocks are pretty low prio on tier, right? I don't know.
Well, they want their 4-piece still because of the the extra spirit from life tap, like the 10 seconds of it. So
Sure.
you have to.
Oh
get,
yeah, and can you buy chest from
Yes.
badges? What is it again? Okay, so
you
yeah.
could buy chest and helmet.
All right.
I think
So
58 each.
By week 4,
Yeah, it's
you're
solid for
swimming
demo.
in badges, and
I would rather use the tier though because it's
So,
a big piece for hit. When do we break T7 4-piece?
alrighty.
When you can replace 2 pieces or you
Overload
get
leg wraps.
certain
Lots of
252
hit on
pieces.
this. I smell mage.
I mean, mages want tier. They want their 4-piece.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
this is another filler piece. If you didn't get Wonton, this is like a nice little direct upgrade from Wonton.
Sure. Give to any caster who doesn't want time. Okay. Easy. I think that's just
Yeah.
like a lot of the normal load loot is like
2-piece tier bonus is pretty
you know, it's
underwhelming.
probably a little better than
It's still
your
a DPS
phase
upgrade,
1
though.
bis, but you're not gonna be too excited.
Yeah, no, these are very meh, guys. These are super meh.
Failius Vestments of the Sprouting Seed. Resto equals Boomy over the rest. There's a 252 chest and Druid's use tier 8 holdover piece.
It's also BOE, so auction house spec.
Big. The Resto Boomy rerolls are gonna be very excited about this.
There's a lot of leather gear.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be
A lot of
bummed.
leather
It's
gear.
like a big wet fart when you get some leather gear by week 4.
I can't wait for our restos and boomies to be geared out.
Yeah.
Do Demo take chests and legs as only tier because of big gear stats and 2
Ruined
pieces?
Ironhide
So we
boots,
take
expertise,
chests
AP,
and potentially
armor.
legs because
This piece is
the off
probably the
pieces
second
that
piece-
are
best piece for a
252
lot of
just exist for the
classes,
other
but,
sockets or the
uh,
other sets.
Thankfully, the bis
Yeah,
piece
Rudy's. You want to
is
see what's Rudy
crafted.
Prado?
So
Right
this,
there,
this
Rudy
kinda,
Pryor, right
like,
here.
falls like, hey, maybe you don't have, the orbs or the patterns you have to craft.
Yeah.
Look to give it, to any hunter rogue.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, you're just gonna end up crafting the, or even ferals, crafting the footpads of silence.
It's a lot of expertise on these.
Yeah,
Oh,
or like
sheesh.
holding it off till
7.2% at level 80.
you
That's
find out you
crazy,
need
actually.
expertise. Silence has hit.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So it's
Is
like,
Melancholy better than these?
I
for
don't know.
well for
Thank
Death
you.
Knights, for either Death Knights
For
specs,
Warrior.
that's interesting. I don't. Yes, Melancholy is gonna be your second best.
So Zuma found a set
Okay,
that
so
takes
not
chest
Melancholy, these
gloves
are good,
tier
but-
that's Sims higher than
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
It's just about like 30 to
Yeah.
50 though.
I bought a
My-
Melancholy for
My set is not
14K
perfect
a few
this,
weeks
and
ago.
I
That
know
felt
that for
good.
personal
I know,
DPS.
I
It's
was
just
looking at 'em
pieces
last
that I
night
think
in
I can
FAQ,
grab easily,
and I let him
Simo,
go for 10K,
and
and I was thinking, man,
so I don't overlap with too many people.
I'm never
Yeah.
killing Algalon
Well,
on my warrior.
not hurting
Yeah.
like how much damage I could do.
Just wait,
You know,
wait till week 10.
like I don't
it'll
like
be
dropping
fine.
hit cap.
We'll get it. Ironstudded Mantle. Male hit AP armor.
Holdover
Gross.
piece. It's not super exciting. You can fit
These
in
are
your set,
gross.
I think.
I do not like these.
Who did I have? Iron studded.
Probably enhancer hunter.
Okay, so we said hunters could potentially use this piece.
There we
it's
go.
It's nothing great.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is this the? Hold on.
It
Nope.
just says bad. That makes me sad.
Yeah, it's just a bad piece.
All right. Well, they're not all. They're not.
That's what I was
all
trying to do because I figured tons of
gems.
people want
Oh, they
Ferris
look like the
gloves.
rogue
So to
tiers.
get
Are
off
those
those,
hunter?
go
I
to a
can't
different
remember.
ground. Yeah,
I think it's hunter.
that's why I want
Yeah, the rogue
Pulsar
does the
gloves. I
little
think
flippy
Pulsar
things.
gloves are
Super
sleeper.
Rune
the
Shaper's
fucking-
gloves.
It was one of the only
Super
pieces when we
close.
ranked all the loot that got an
These
F.
are
The
Like a
Ironstudded
straight
Mantle.
up. Yeah, it was straight
Yeah.
F.
these are insane elemental shaman hands, man.
Oh my god.
Nah, they're
Uh,
all right. It's like another filler piece.
Do you? What are Ellie's using for their bis? Oh, they're using 4-piece. Okay, and
Yeah.
then they're using Pharaoh's gloves. Good luck getting Pharaoh's gloves, Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We come above.
All right.
Did you take chest and legs because of
Him?
big gear stats and
Hi-
2-piece
him?
smalls? You take
Him? Yeah. I don't know what the word is.
you take chests and legs because
Um,
there's 252 pieces that go in the other sockets that are better
It's-
than what you can get in
it's a
those, and you
Pally
want
Helm.
2-piece.
With a meta socket, hell yeah.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. It looks like Palitier.
Yes, it does.
Pronounced homie? I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe you.
Ancient Iron Homie.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm calling it from now on for the rest of my life. So
I hate
congratulations.
that.
Steelbreaker's Embrace.
10%
This
ammo
is a
doesn't seem
solid one,
huge.
right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's
So
it's a solid
DK
2-piece. It's
Unholy
better than
uses
the
it,
4-piece.
could use it. DK Frost could use it. Rep Paladins would probably use it. I don't think Warriors would. Prot token should be pretty available, and they would just use Conk. And then I guess you would put Conk on your Frost DK,
Thank you,
and
Snap.
then
Yeah.
and
I don't think
then
there are
even your
252 cloth
Unholy,
shoulders,
and that
so
kind of
Yeah.
leads it to
the
like,
Yogg one light shoulders are
maybe give it to your Ret.
marginally
Yeah.
better than the tier,
What are the two that
but
you
they're better
buy with that?
regardless.
It's shoulders out or
And you could use the
helm chest
252
this time
legs instead, but it's easier to get the tier.
for
Uh,
badges.
Yeah, Helm Chest.
Oh god.
Yeah, so it's like
Homie.
it kind of like just it's not a bad piece, but
There's
it
a lot of expertise in the
ends up being
Steelbreaker's
bad because the
Embrace.
availability of everything else.
Um,
And it's expertise, so if you're looking to like cap, maybe, depending on the gear you have.
Yeah.
nice to have like a decent item in the normal mode again. So good. A lot of expertise. Handguards of the Enclave. Plate gloves.
Let me
Defense
see.
shield block. Probably
Okay.
your prop pally, depending on what war equals pally. Not bisque, good holdover glove piece. There you go. Okay.
These are not that good.
Insurmountable fervor, crit haste, strength. This is pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad deck.
Insurmountable fervor.
Where is it? There it is. Ret over unholy. Wow, we gave something Ret Prio.
What's your bonus ammo? Did you ever think
We
about
did
adding
it
something
again.
like
it's
Destro
you're,
for the
you're
more
gonna
ammo
see
damage
like
talent?
so Ret.
I
was
don't have
probably
enough
once
points for that,
Pendulum,
or I would.
and then probably
But
Strength
that's not a bad idea,
of the
Simo.
Heavens, which is
Yeah.
10-man loot.
Just
No,
because I'm going to be playing Athlete
Strength.
doesn't mean I'm going to stop
yeah,
my
that Strength of
stuff
the Heavens
with
10-man loot.
Demo.
Yeah.
And then
You need to shut
this
lock
is
more.
probably
We
their
haven't
third
gotten
best
to
item they
anything
can take, so I would probably give it to them.
anything really
Okay.
big for Warlock, man.
It's
so
not bad. I mean, any piece
We'll
with
make
like
our way
strength
there.
and
We'll do our best.
you're gonna be prioing Strength of the Heavens or Frigid Strength of Hodir to your DKs. So why not give this to the Rets and not waste loot?
Who's
right?
this?
We love our Rets. Did you hear that? We love our Rets.
But I just feel like the best item would go to the Death Knights would be like Frigid Strength for Frost and Strength of the Heavens there for
The Luster, depending
your
on. I'll do my
Unholies.
best.
That's right.
So like this, I don't know. Maybe you have an Unholy Death Knight that can't do 10 mans because he's lazy. Maybe give this to him.
Dude, did we give us any Ret the Mally neck? I don't remember doing
Most
that.
of
I don't
the
think so. No.
Warlock Prio, the Demo gets it first on the Athlete. That's how it is.
Storm Rune Edge.
You can
This thing looks cool as
You
shit.
can go
It's like a
ahead
yellow Voldrathar.
and give it to the Athlete if you want first. Athlete / Demo.
Let me see what I have.
But
I
the
don't think
Demo
it's very
needs it for the
good.
raid.
Warrior
It's just
over
better
Ret.
for the raid.
I would be
Demo,
so
any
jacked to
Warlock
get this
Prio
thing.
is probably going to go to the Demo first. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is like Betrayer's actually pretty good, right? So 226 going to a 238 item. It's a small upgrade. I think it's
232?
is it 230? No, the weapon. Okay, so this is weird, right?
Oh yeah,
so
the weapons get more
the
eye
weapons,
level. I
the
forgot.
weapons have more item level. Yep.
Yeah, that is weird.
So yeah, it's not bad. We said Warrior over Ret. It is what it is. I mean, hunters could probably find a set with it, right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Like if you
shoulder pads.
go
sorry.
if you go Vezek Spear to your hunter, then you go So if you're a hunter, if you're not killing Vezeks, then you should probably give this to your hunter. But if you are killing Vezeks,
I should have
then
added
maybe
like
you
a
have to
Twitch
hunter
chat
wait.
here.
If you're doing Vezeks
In hindsight.
hard mode, you would just not give this to the warrior. Maybe give it to the hunter.
Help the poor Rets replace their jawbones. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Storm Moon Edge.
I mean, I forget. Did we decide that Voldrathar was double warrior then Ret or what? Can't remember what we decided.
I don't want to get into I don't want to get into that topic. I don't think Rets would ever use this. Honestly, I really don't. I think they just.
You're right,
I
Romance.
think they.
Dude, you
When
guys
we looked at it,
are
we're like,
haters.
we looked at it the
Purple,
fact that it's not better than Jawbone
purple.
potentially.
Yeah,
Purple,
okay.
purple.
I skipped
Like, are you serious?
Unblinking Eye and Radiant Seal, so let's do Unblinking Eye. Stam, Int, Spirit, Crit, Spell Powered Neck.
It's a med neck and a med ring.
Yeah, I'd probably take this on my priest, but Radiant Seal I'd also take on my priest.
It's mad. I mean, it's like
Give
with
it to
all,
me.
with all that haste, that 50 haste.
Um,
The mage can suck my dick till you guys
yeah,
are
I mean,
haters.
you're
Oh my
probably
god. We can still move things around,
I
guys.
think I'm using Worm
The
Rest
list is
Band right now,
malleable.
so I would use it over that. All right. Stormy Nudge, you're talking about Rapture. Wow, cool staff.
It looks cool, but it's just another spirit crit piece that kind of just exists. Like if you don't have a weapon from Nax, this will tide you over.
Yeah.
Could go to a healer, could go to a boomkin or a fire mage or something to tide them over until something bigger comes along.
Sure.
Like I'll just follow
Okay.
his list of the T. Oh
now
my
the
god,
hardwood
man,
stuff,
relax.
Drape of Mortal Downfall.
So for Drape and Mortal Downfall, this is gonna be a trend in this list that I saw Fire Mage just starting to gain a lot of power here. So Drape of the Mortal Downfall is one of those items that can start getting mages in the right direction for fire damage. So
Yeah.
fire, then Boomkin, then Ellie, then everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Saf. Oh no. I mean, I think that.
What
sorry.
is this?
I was gonna say, don't skip the spice.
No
Man.
one used this Drape of Mortal Downfall. I'm not
shoulder
sure
pads of the
mages.
intruder. Here we go.
You guys are so annoying.
The hand spent all day on
you
feral
have to
gear,
give other classes
so
things.
He's got some thoughts.
Oh, these are really good. These are really
so
good.
I think this is strictly going to rogues, either spec.
Oh wow.
The nice thing about feral is
You guys
they
are
get
such
Prio elsewhere,
haters.
but they can also run their 4-piece and easily
my
upgrade into
God.
this after the rogues get it.
I
So
did.
that's my thoughts
I
on it.
did.
Where is this item on here? I don't even see it. Oh, there it is.
I don't know what
Thank
that's.
you,
I don't know
Slusk.
if I.
Look,
yeah, I think
I'm trying to be
rewrote what we
fair. The
put
point
down
of the
there as a
list,
note, but it's definitely a
this
rogue
sheet is to be
piece.
fair, so
You'll
people have
Red
pieces to look
Paladins tell
forward
you it's
to.
their
You can't just
piss.
give
I would never.
everything to warlocks.
Um,
They would hate you forever.
You know, maybe have a super pumper.
This is not what I thought you
and
guys would
want
be
the-
mad
you know,
at.
I could see that, but most cases you're probably just going straight to your rogues.
Sure.
Oh, they're
Okay.
carrying a lot of the damage in Ulduar.
Yeah, you'll see a common theme in here is like rogues get a lot of prio and stuff because they're really good. So we give them prio and a lot of stuff. All right, Greaves of Swift Vengeance. I know these are Hunter Bis. And they're also Enhanced Bis, it seems like.
I think you enhance have more options. I think I put down inside on the Bis list column that I didn't update the note in the other place is like enhance has tempered Mercury Greaves, right? I would probably go Griffs of Swift Edges directly to your hunters.
All right, let's adjust that. Enhance have tempered Mercury Greaves. Let's go hunters.
And I think it's a survival hunter specific thing.
Okay. Well,
These are really good hunters.
I think Mark's actually the Abyss for them will be a crafted or a crafted item, so it's not a huge deal. So survival hunter prio.
Cool. Belt of Colossal Rage, big item.
Dude, I was prepared for the last two because I looked ahead, and now like
you're behind.
Yeah.
Well, there's a caster item next. So you can.
Yeah. All right. So the notes I have here. So we went Frost Unholy. I'd say they're about equal prio on both specs for this.
Yeah.
Huge belt, and then look to fill in warriors that may need a belt, but warriors can get cinch, so it's kind of different. If they're not running headmans, they're kind of griefing. And Rets too. Rets may want this, but like the Rets could probably use cinch also. And so I don't think there's a huge. I wouldn't go one way or the other between the DKs. I would just kind of who's your best DKs, and then after that, ask your Rets and your warriors who needs it. But it's a big item, right? Like it's a super big item, but it's nice that it's kind of just going straight to DKs.
Josh is saying that Frost used this for next phase too, so.
Yeah, if you should get a lot of hard mode. I would hope Iron Council kills, but I could see like just going straight.
It's very doable, and it'll get way easier with gear. So, because that phase 3 will be a lot easier with some higher dam. So, Did we kill Flame Glide in the hard mode PTR? We did, yeah. Okay. Next is Sapphire Amulet of Renewal.
Sapphire Amulet originally just saw Demo and Resto Druid have as their bis or whatever. So I'll just Demo then Resto Druid. But if another
Mhm.
caster kind of updated their list to use an Eck with less hit, then that I would give it to them before the Resto Druid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we generally prio casters over all healers unless there's a clear reason not to do that. Valinor, I think, is the only thing I can think of. We gave the Illidan cloak to our casters first. So you can see where we put stuff, but again, player class. So all right. And then finally Fang of Oblivion. Cool ass dagger. This dropped on the PTR for us.
where's Fang
You're
of
just
Oblivion?
going straight to your assassination rogues.
Yeah.
Where's Fang of Oblivion?
And then the Archivum data disc is
Ah,
the
there it
quest
is.
item that you need in order to open the key, in order to open the door to Algalon. It's actually
Oh, he's
not
going straight
responsible
into-
for the items
What?
off of Algalon, right? It just gives badges, Craig is saying. So yeah, it's not a big deal who this goes to. Just give it to someone who you know is going to be around it. And don't forget to loot those chests where the signets are once you're doing quest. Okay, Kologarn has no hard mode loot. There is some good stuff here though, so we're gonna burn through it. But oh, Apep saying you get a random pattern. All right, well there you go. Apep, what are your professions? All right, Robe of
Fang
the
of
Umbral
Oblivion.
Brute, caster, DPS over healer. Most casters use tier 8 chests as their best. This is decent off piece.
Ruby the Umbral Brutes. Oh, Kologarn.
It looks cool. This is the Warlock tier look, right?
Yeah, the offshoot color. It's all right.
It's
all
the
right.
blue instead of the purple.
Forgot.
Bracers of Unleashed Magic. These seem good.
Yeah,
They saw a hit on them.
so for bracers, it's like there's the XT ones, and then there's these like 3 crappy 232s. So most casters are probably just going to use Unsullied if they already have them. And if you don't have Unsullied, you'll wear one of these 232s.
Gotcha. Okay. Is Unsullied better than these?
Yeah, because they have a big old red socket.
Gotcha. Okay. Hand wraps of Plentiful Recovery, Haste Spell Power. I think there's just these 3 items are all kind of in the same boat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Give to whoever isn't getting Pharaoh's gloves or wants to use it. It's kind of a filler item. Shoulder pads of the Monolith.
These ones are interesting because if you're going rogue on the shoulder pads and the intruder, this is a piece that can hold them over until they get that. And that probably means
I
you're
would wear
priming
this on
bank
my
token
rogue.
for
This
shoulder
is
somewhere
good.
else.
Okay.
So I would go rogue here. I would go like if we were doing Vank token shoulders, probably your mages and then maybe your ferals. Both good options. Frosty Case good option, but probably rogue last on any token. So shoulder pads of the monolith are kind of what they were till then.
Yeah.
Nice jacket.
They look cool.
I was cold. I don't know.
Leggings of the
It's cold.
Stoneweaver, crit, MP5 spell power, male. Dude, this male spell power gear is so boring to me.
Get
Why
used
is
to
that?
it.
Yeah.
Which one are these? There's some
these
notes
caster
I can't
legs.
like forget. Oh, I think we no, you're good. Never mind.
Caster legs, Ellie or Resto, give it to whoever wants them. Decimator's arm guards, hit armor pen.
I think this is another F tier. Like this wasn't something.
Oh,
when we
really?
looked at. Yeah.
Oh, sheesh. Okay.
Yeah, you'll probably have better coming into this phase.
Patagucci. It's not Patagucci.
Frosty Case might get some use out of them.
Yeah. What are you rocking on a warrior? If you're using like sinners or sentinels or something? Yeah. Okay. Unfaltering arm guards, haste, MP5 spell power. Let me guess. Holy Paladin.
I don't know. It could be anybody. Plate healing gear.
It's not their bis, but it's good. Right? We're decent wrist piece. All right. Gloves of the Pythonic Guardian. I think it might be the same exact item, just in the glove form.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. All right.
It's
Holy
like gloves
Paladin,
that
yay.
exist. Plate
Can't wait to
healing
see them
gear.
both
Warlock
in one
power. It
night.
could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea to give some of this stuff to your ret instead of your
It's a Nike
holy,
jacket.
just
I
so
guess it
that
is.
if you need that extra pally, let's say for Algalon, they can rock a holy set and keep your tanks up. So think about it. Algalon hits really hard. Serenite plated leg guards. I like the boosted armor on this. Dude, almost 3,000 armor. Defense dodge. Where are these?
Defense dodge.
Serenite plate leg guards.
Ew.
Decent mitt pants. Tiers. Okay, well there you go.
Decent mid pants.
Who does tier drop off of for pants? Freya. Okay.
Yeah, I think Freya.
Necklace of unerring metal.
It's like another
probably-
another block piece. Give it to your tank.
Prop pally or your warrior. Yeah. Wrathstone. This is actually an interesting one, right?
It can be an interesting trinket, right? And maybe this gives
This is a cool
away some.
trinket.
Maybe this is like
Crit.
foreshadowing in the future. But I think the first one that would drop, I would go to my Unholy Death Knight.
Interesting.
I think the playstyle in Ulduar doesn't. It may not utilize
Fire Ellie snapshot.
time to snapshot, or
It's
the most
true.
important time for
Is Fire Ellie
damage
snapshot with
isn't
AP?
right off the rip. Or not early on anyhow. I mean later on, I imagine with like full bis, we might be just smacking these bosses around. But early on, I like Wrathstone as an Unholy Death Knight.
Yeah.
Then that might need update in the sheet. I went
Okay.
as far as pulling someone had pushed a commit to the sim, and I pulled the commit down, built WoW sims on my PC just to kind of see what Gary was like. And I don't know if that has changed, but I'm trying to get like an unfiltered, untempered like opinion. I think Wrathstone is probably one of your best trinkets because you can
Interesting.
pop it. You can pop it when you want it and get the AP.
Do you think that'd be better than something like Mark and Organon for Unholy?
It's simming higher in some circumstances, yeah.
Well, that's better
Depending
than
on
whoever wants Kamaret.
But you should have Mark and Organon, or you should be able to get Mark and Organon. So those circumstances you can figure out for yourself, like when will Wrathstone be better than Mark and Organon?
I'm just trying to think if any, like, would other classes be using this to DPS, like, at certain times? Like, say you're trying to DPS an XT Heart, you think Wrathstone would come in handy?
Well, see, that's what's interesting. If you're DPSing XT Heart, you almost want a Comet Trail, right? But the times that you're not like snapshotting, you're losing a lot of that value of Comet's Trail. So that's kind of why Wrathstone, in my opinion, is like it's more predictable. You can pop it when you want it. You know when you want it. You know when you want to do it. So that's why I like Wrathstone and Holy Death Knight.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
and a lot of classes like that don't perform well with the big drink. It's like Comet's Trail is gonna be on like everybody's best list. But when you look and it's like, LOL, you get 15 DPS from it, you're not getting it. Well, you know, in a set, it's like you get a Wrathstone, or maybe a Dark Core Greatness with like Dark Matter or something, right?
Makes sense. Good
Um,
take.
So who all might use it? Just like everybody? Like
Yeah, I don't think it's
what-
like a.
Sorry.
Looks
I
like
don't
an
think it's a-
enhanced snapshot trinket.
Yeah, a lot of any class can like snapshot.
We have
I
a
got you
red
and-
on
guys.
here.
I got you
but-
guys.
Well, that was
Um,
under the assumption that like Rhett's never going to get like anything else. But like as far as trinkets go, like it's going to be better than Mirror Truth. So like it could go to anybody, but who would get them? Who would like it drops and who's not getting Comet's Trail,
Yeah.
or who's not getting
'Cause it's
Blood of the
better
Old
than-
God.
Most phase 1 trinkets, right? So it's like it's still very good. It's just not as good. And there's a lot of loot like that in Ulduar, and
Kind of agree there.
you're not
Yep.
going to get all the hard mode stuff. So you just got to take what you can get as you go, and that'll help you through the tier. You know what I mean? I'd be stoked if I got this.
The thing, the
Stoked.
craziest part is like Comets Trail outside of a snapshot or gargoyle is kind of garbage, right? Like if you never snapshot your gargoyle, Comets Trail is like not very good. So
Yeah.
all that time,
Went
all
to
those haste
Rogue.
procs that you're getting,
It's nothing really to
you know,
say
say
there.
you're doing, I don't know, XT, all those haste procs that aren't when your gargoyle's out aren't
Mhm.
very good for you.
So
It's
it's
still
just
your best. It's still your best trinket, right? But like, it's like 85, 86 DPS
yeah.
behind, like in front of dark matter, right? So it's like I'm not saying this is the only thing you give Unholy Death Knights, but I would look at being like, this is what you get for now.
Sure. Okay. Iron Mender, cool looking book.
So Ironmender is kind of interesting. It's like the second best offhand, because obviously Cosmos from Algalon's the best one with a massive hit, massive eye level. But if you don't need the hit, Ironmender's super solid. It's got that haste, got that spirit. I would say toss it to the demo, because the demo doesn't necessarily need Cosmos. Cosmos is a little bit better, but since nobody is specifically going for it, then might as well go to the demo.
Sure.
Stop reading off a script.
see
I
a
don't
lot of
have a
demo in
script.
here. That's good.
I opened up my notepad.
Um,
Why will sudden Holy DK don't get common anymore?
You'll
Yeah,
see a lot of these.
I'm
It's just
gonna
Kologarn, you know.
I'm gonna
I think we got
fight
a couple
for
on the PTR.
gonna fight for it to go to a certain class.
Idol of the Crying Wind.
It's not
Gratz Balance Druids.
Grass
Malice.
Malice.
It's not a awful sword. I would look at going to your Frosty case.
Sure.
It's you know, it's going to be
That's
your
decent,
like
2.5.
second best thing you can get out of 25 man.
I don't think it should go to
So
Unholy.
hit them.
So
Rogues have way more options.
I think we changed
Unholy,
it a little bit.
yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like weapon
Shout
damage
out
is more
Boost
is
Coin, I
more
guess? I
impactful
don't
for
know.
Frost.
Yeah. Okay.
Giant Spane
Um,
Hunter. This should be the last item for Kologarn, and then we get to the juicy
Giant Spane?
Algalon
Alright.
stuff.
Where are we? Giant's Bane. This gun. Haste AP armor pen.
Does that have 25 armor on it?
No. Does it say that?
It does on the Wowhead page.
I don't think a gun has armor on it. That'd be weird. But
Yeah, it's just 25 armor. It's such a weird value too.
it doesn't on my.
It doesn't
thing.
on Atlas Loot. Maybe they give a little bit of armor somehow.
Terry, you want
we
this
said
gun?
give it
It's a
to
good
the
gun.
hunter who's not getting a Skyforge.
This sheet
first.
will be available.
The odds are that you're going to be
Comets
getting.
Trail- we
Thorn
will be
Hard
getting
Mode
to
week one,
Comets
especially if
Trail
you're, like, watching
soon.
the stream and care about
Very
it and all
soon.
that stuff.
Image so, for the
So,
stream, perhaps.
I would give this to your second hunter.
You're saying all I
Um,
have to do is watch your
I
stream
had
to
some
get
company
Thorn's
later.
Armor?
I had some company earlier,
I just
so
mean, you know what I mean. All right.
It's a little bit better than Envoy, right? Like it's nothing, you know, it's not Skyforge, but like yeah, it's there. And I don't think it's
you think you should
even the
funnel a
second
demo
best
lock
thing
that
out of
doesn't help the
25, man. I
guild
think
and
that's
expects
Siren's
gear?
Deep Cry.
hell
Sure.
no. You should not funnel a
It's
demo
funny
lock
that
that does
is
not
Algalon
help the
next
guild
on
and
your-
expects gear.
Yeah,
on
we'll
If
do
your-
they're
Algalon
not
in the middle.
building for
I
you
think I like that
guys,
idea.
then you guys don't
Alright.
build for them.
You don't like that? You want
That's
to say
how
No,
I'm
Algalon?
I
gonna
like-
do.
I
No,
like
Omega
it, I
Jesus,
like it,
man.
I
Thank
like
you
it.
for the
I
follow.
mean, you gotta keep them.
Clip it, ship it. I don't care. Team
Um,
players need to play as a team.
All right, where were we? Was it Algalon? Okay, we're going Algalon. All right, every single item on his loot table, pretty much without exception, is BIS for everybody.
Somebody.
So
Then you
we're gonna
get
go
extra
through
gear.
and talk about it.
Extra
the-
gear muck.
A lot of these items you're not going to necessarily have a complete picture of why we picked them because we haven't done the back half of the instance. But you are likely not going to kill Algalon for the first month or 6 weeks.
I would say, yeah, I would
'cause
say,
you only have an
I would say
hour,
3 weeks.
and he's really difficult.
He is difficult.
So we tried to keep that in mind,
He's a prick.
but it's hard in a vacuum to do it. So we did our best. Please take
Zero
everything we're
faith.
saying on the with a grain of salt. All right. Is that enough caveats?
A lot, Yahtzee. At least 8.
All right. Pharos gloves. Hell yeah, brother.
This is another one of those items that helps mages start to ramp. Mages use 4-piece plus Pharaoh's gloves, so I would say to give them to them first. If you have no pump or fire mage in your guild, then I would suggest to go to warlocks instead.
Okay. If you have a ret, you have 2 fire mages, right? How do you? I mean, is this the one item that they're gonna want the most over anything, or what? Like, what is the one item
For red or mage? Sorry.
for mage? Did I say ret? Sorry, no.
The mages that I talked to said the 2 most important items that they need are Pharaoh's gloves and flare. Obviously,
Okay.
flare.
Yeah, the trinket sounds nice too. All right. Hopefully Vezax isn't too bad. I think it's probably not too bad.
Look, you'll get other items. You're literally gonna get Star Shard Edge.
Are they
dude,
getting flare? What did we say? I don't
potentially?
want to ruin it. Potentially.
Don't
they're
scroll
getting
down,
flare.
man. What the hell?
I'm sorry. All right. Pharaoh's gloves. Fire/lock over Boomy/Shadow Breeze over the sad Ellies. I like
Look,
it.
I'm sorry,
got
Nancho.
everybody
We have
covered.
to spread the love, man. We have to spread the
all
love.
right. Next up, Star Watcher's Binding. When am I gonna get this?
Never. Star Watcher's Binding is probably gonna
What?
go Demo first, and then Joardee is last behind Rest. So it's gonna be Demo, Athlete,
No.
and then I said S Priest, and then Mage, since Mage gets a lot of power and other stuff.
I'm already not getting
And-
Valiant. I don't get this either.
Yeah, you'll get it just once everybody else
Alright.
has it. So, and then I put Boomkin last because it is Boomkin True Bis, but the next item I'm just gonna go with it now. Star Beaded Clutch is a 252 belt that drops off of Algalon. That's really, really good and very, very close to Star Watcher's Bindings and Sims. And it's leather, and they will be very happy with that.
I'm gonna be so mad if I see Star Bead Clutch. Fuck this item. Fuck this item.
What is wrong with you, man? People use that item. They want it.
This sucks compared to everything.
Sorry,
else.
Rudy.
don't want
I
this
wish I
item.
had a Star Beaded Clutch to get, man. What the hell?
Star Watcher's Binding is cool though. I'm excited for this one.
you guys are pissed.
Do you just
look-
slam spell power in there or what?
You can spank
You
whatever you
probably
want.
Yeah. Okay. Solar Bindings.
This isn't.
No, dude.
They're good.
I
I don't think it's super.
we need to
super
spread
complicated.
the gear, man. I can't
Assassination
just
is
simp
great.
warlocks. Look, warlocks get this
Okay,
item.
Cool.
Warlocks
Fury is
get
gonna
this
be
Fury
item.
quick.
Once
They-
Sun
well,
Glimmer
they have a lot
Cloaks
of
start
options on,
dropping,
other things
warlocks
that may
get this
drop,
item.
being
You
they
guys
can
are
wear
literally
more
pissed
gear,
over
but
nothing.
Sure.
You probably want to beef up your
Oh my
assassination rogues
God,
first.
man.
Sure.
I mean, but if you killed Algalon, it's like you're pretty much done. I don't know, but
Look,
still get
this
the rogue.
list is meant to
Okay.
spread loot.
We love
If
the
I
rogues.
had my way, warlocks
Star
would
Bead
get
Clutch we talked about a
everything,
second ago.
start to finish.
Where are we at?
Leather,
Boomy over Resto over Rest.
Athlete, Prio, F
God,
Demo.
the
That's
Resto Druids are gonna
rude,
be
Gerg.
So juiced, so fast.
Grim, what's up, Grim? I'm sorry, Grim.
Boundless
I'm not.
Gaze.
I'm not. Boundless Gaze.
So this we are saying directly to your
Where did I
enhancement
put it?
shamans.
Look, it's.
I
Not.
think
We're already carrying them. They're
I think our biz list,
playing an F tier.
you know,
fun spec. Oh my God.
you know, says that 4-piece into your hunters with
so
gloves of steady
ugly.
hand as their off piece,
This is so
and
ugly.
then boundless gaze and to your shaman, and then your next boundless gaze, you're a hunter. You know, then they'll probably get a mantle of fiery vengeance pretty quickly. They're the only ones that really want it, and then they got to fight for embrace of the gladiator and leggings of cunning. So it doesn't make sense to give them boundless gaze when they can just run their 4-piece, their tier set. Even though their tier set's not great, it's something, and it's, you know, give to your
Hello,
shaman
Zill.
first.
Yeah.
I'm getting owned right now.
Shouldn't go 4 as Hunter. Gigashock. I
I mean,
adamantly disagree with you.
I mean, it's not prescribed, yeah, sure. I don't think so, but I think it's an easy way to get a lot of gear,
Yeah.
and get very close to bis, and then work in the bis items.
What are you gonna do with all that tier that's just rotting?
That the
Maybe.
protector tier is just going
Take
to
note
rot.
to give
Give it to
Vox
your
all the
hunters,
gear.
give it to your shamans,
Yes.
and then start working.
It's what
these
200 DPS behind Trubis.
Yep,
Look,
your 4-piece
Mages get tier and like
will
2
be
to 3 off pieces.
within 200
okay?
DPS of true bis. And
Okay.
if you
We
have
get
200 DPS,
some big
sounds
items
like a lot,
later on.
it's
You
not.
should not be worrying about that.
All right. It's not gonna say 4 to
Wow.
500, but even.
You guys are haters.
All right. Plane Walker treads. Again, I'm gonna be sad if I see these.
Little Resto Shaman booties.
I think these dropped off of our Algalon kill too, huh?
I think paladins can use these, but they're not that good. But I mean, Resto Shaman just get them. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
They're pretty. Yeah.
Cool.
Bald Wando.
All right.
Oh my god. Yeah, probably.
Sabatons of Lifeless Night. Now I remember these
Lifeless Night.
were actually going to be worse than Melancholy until the eye level jump, right? And now they're better.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yep. They were on
And-
par with Melancholy. So all the plate specs are going to want these things. So I think, let me see what we wrote down.
It said DKs and Red have a very close alternative.
Night.
Yeah, we put Frost equals
Night.
Unholy.
Jeez.
I don't think, and I think this changed.
That's a really good
today,
run,
I don't
Zolzak.
think you ever go ret and you just go warrior.
It's a really good run.
Right, we did change that earlier. Okay, let me
Thursday?
just because the Ret have those other ones.
Did you have fun?
There should be like a note on it.
Red have a very close one. Let me just adjust. What's the warrior color? That's too pink. Oh! All right, whatever. I'll do it later.
Mellow, dude. Relax.
Okay, cool. Well, that's easy. Why do we go Frost DK over Unholy DK here? Or is it equal?
It's probably about equal. The haste is nice. The crit is nice.
The haste,
I could go either way.
okay.
I mean, they're huge.
player
They're
per
huge for
class.
both.
All right. One of the crown jewels, Comet's Trail. Take a deep breath.
I think it's just clear at this point that unless Tuesday comes out and gargoyles aren't nerfed, that it's not going to Unholy.
Agreed.
So
yeah, I think this was absolutely Unholy without question before.
I almost want to disagree with you there, but yeah, I would say like a good Unholy, like just giving it to your Unholy that like, Lust isn't going to come
it is.
on
I
all these
agree.
fights
I agree.
in the first like 3 seconds of the fight, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if he's
One
doing Iron
second, one
Council
second.
and he's not watching his ICDs and he fucking like just bombs his Comet's Trail, then he's like wasting a Comet's Trail. So
You say it's dog for Unholy. It is not. It's still Bis for Unholy.
So
yeah, it's not bad if you snapshot it or if you have it the ICD proc with your gargoyle.
I think this should go to rogues first.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, why are we talking about Unholies?
Yeah.
Assassination, 100%. You get a rogues.
Assassination.
It's Rogue Bis till ICC, so it's nice.
I
to go
can't
rogue
verify
here.
that, but yeah, I think it might be.
They get
I
a
don't-
lot of Prio in Ulduar.
Let's go rogues.
This was something that felt good to not give them first, but now we're kind of forced to give it to them. So
Their class is too good, guys. This is how it is.
Yeah.
Shamans, enhancement shamans are a good alternative too.
sure, enhancement shamans are good too. Yeah. Player over class. Maybe
Rogue.
if your enhancement shaman hasn't got anything
Enhanced
big
might use
or
for this. Do
whatever,
they
and your
actually
rogue has
snap?
both his weapons. Maybe go
Yahtzee,
enhance
do
it.
they
Who knows?
actually? Excuse my.
But yeah, I'll update the sheet. I think we just changed it. Did you change the colors? Should I do that? I'll
previous
change the
encounter for
colors.
enhance.
Oh, we gotta change it. That's wrong.
Is Fang of Oblivion drop off of council?
Okay, so listen, the I don't know if you didn't know this, but
You
the
have to enhance?
weapons. So back in the day, Algalon was the only one who dropped
I would say
these weapons,
enhance
but then
is
they
on
deemed
the
them
same
too
level
hard to
as
get.
rogue.
So
It really
then
just depends
they
on how good your enhance
distributed,
is.
like one weapon to each boss. So Star Shard's Edge
Oh, I
drops
didn't know
off
that.
drops off Mim, Fang drops off Iron Council,
Ah,
and so on and so forth.
cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I need to update it a little bit because it's kind of unclear
But
exactly.
the one they kept on Algalon was the shield. You can only get it off him.
Sure. Bulwark of Algalon, and who cares? I mean, your tanks will be heavy, but
Whoa.
okay. Star Shard Edge.
Star Sword Edge. I just want to put this as a caveat for all the people that are like, I don't want to give this to my demo. They're not a team player. Give it to your demo if they're building for the team. If you're a team player, you're playing for the team. That's why demos should be getting gear for the entire raid. But I said demo first, and then I would go with your Affliction Warlocks and then your Fire Mages.
Okay. Best main hand for all cash DPS. Booming Shadow Priest can use maces, however, demo, then best mage and lock. Yeah, I think that's really good reasoning.
Lock.
We're gonna talk about
What was the other item that was made to
Castells in a
drop?
second, but I don't think it makes sense to
Fang
give
of
this
Oblivion.
to
It's
a mace
it's not.
user.
I'm
So,
mad. I'm mad.
yeah.
Haste doesn't
They
stop
can
with
just get
Ellie,
Valen
but
here,
more
it's fine.
haste. Yeah, I agree. Wire mages first.
Um,
Okay, man. Like,
do you
you're
like the way
so
this thing
cringe.
looks? Are you excited about rocking this as your hip?
Me?
No, Pummel.
If I get it.
You're not a demo anymore. You're never gonna get this.
Nope.
All right.
Even sure.
Fang of Oblivion.
Fang of Oblivion.
This
It's a
is the
dagger?
same thing that we talked about earlier on Iron Council. So
We could just skip it.
But
Yeah, we
it's
can
not
skip it.
blade. It's not blade twister. So
it's not. Well, no, this is offhand. So, but yeah.
yeah. Well, it's not. It's not. Yeah.
mean, it's
go
like
go
decent.
combat rogue
Little
or
combat rogue
assassination if
action.
they don't have double blade
Little
twister.
combat
I
rogue
guess.
action.
But they still have a lot of options. So
It's
maybe
true.
don't go assassination.
I think you go. Well, what did we
I
say?
think it's the second best offhand for assassination, but they ideally want
Yeah.
double blade twister.
Yeah.
So it's just like what has dropped.
Okay, so you just go assassination, I think, first, unless they've got.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Constellus. This is the runner-up for the Valenier Award.
They're gonna hate me.
It looks fine.
Gratch Shadow Priest.
Gratch Shadow Priest on your item. We're going Shadow Priest over Boomy over the healers. Guys, for everyone's asking how they can get this, it's going to be on YouTube
On
in the morning.
Stellus is
Pummel,
enhanced
channel. I'm gonna
Prio?
shout out Pummel here, so you guys-
Sure. I
it'll
guess.
be in the description of that video.
Is this
okay, sorry.
actually Rugs?
So
Like for main hand?
Gratch Shadow Priest.
I
Do they
think
get
this is
Prio
best.
anywhere else? Nope, but they get the mace. Congratulations, dudes.
Emotionally, they have Prio in my heart.
They get Constellus because they're the ones keeping the raid alive.
Thank you, Ukireya, man. Thank you.
Whatchamacallit on the Big Bang using dispersion. So Apep says doing me dirty. I don't believe him. He's happy.
Sir Crumpler, man.
Second best main hand for Boomy and Shadow Priest, then give to healers, not getting Torch, not getting Valenier.
Sorry, I meant to say not having Torch.
Oh, okay. I just adjusted. All right, Cosmos. No. Where are we? Dreambinder. Ooh.
Just,
I just tuned in
Feral
and
Druid.
already we're talking about not including enhanced.
Feral Druid Abyss.
Is it
also
actually
Hunter
Bis for
Abyss, but you
Constellus?
go
Is that
Feral
what I
first.
saw? I was told enhancements are starting to go the
Bulwark of
physical
Algalon,
build
give it to
rather
your
than the
shield
caster
tank.
one.
You
So
probably don't have more than two, but if you do,
Well,
give
if
it
you're
to
doing
whichever-
Algalon, you definitely
Void.
could have two prop Outlanders there,
Dreambinder.
right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll see.
Give it to your
I will
best prop
add
Paladin.
enhance. I will add
Best
in
prop Paladin.
enhance.
And then Skyforge Crossbow, give it to your best hunt. All right. Cosmos, the cool looking offhand.
Because mages need so much hit, I put Mage Prio originally here, but since Star Shard Edge should be going to a lock first, I would swap this to Affliction, then Mage, but whoever you have that's better on the classes.
Okay.
I said Warlock. What do you guys
Asuega is
want
second
from
best.
me?
Is that the 10-man DMX over Constellus? All right, well.
Look, I will add enhance. I will
Where
add.
were we?
I will
Alright,
add enhance right
Cosmos is
now.
cool. Cosmos is also healer bis.
That's crazy.
Even with the hit. All right. Reply code alpha. We're gonna go back to the beginning of the sheet where we wrote something. Algalon drops a quest item similar to Saffron
Okay, there you go.
that allows
there
you to
go.
choose between
Stop
a
yelling
caster
at me.
cloak, a strength cloak, an agile ring, and a healer ring. Because there is a comparable cloak from hard mode Iron Council for casters, but nothing in the same realm for agility DPS, we go physical here first. Again, player
What
over
the
class
hell?
on this item, but it's pretty much bis for everyone in your ring.
This is fine, man.
So yeah, where are we putting it first? Rogue?
Dude, Rogues get so much. Like, I feel like it's something you just don't give Rogue right off the rip.
Are you talking about the Algalon quest item?
And
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Hands here. Like, you can just scroll up a little bit. See all that yellow?
it's,
Yeah. Yes.
I see way more purple
I
than
don't
blue.
know.
Why is someone complaining?
Weighted
They're
wise,
literally
like,
all they're
your
gonna do is
Unholy
complain.
Death Knight's gonna turn in for Drape of the Skyborn, right? So they're not gonna use the ring. They use other rings.
I'm sorry, guys. I worked very hard on this. I spent
I don't know,
hours
it's good
looking
for
at
Fury, it's good
Sims
for
trying to
Feral,
figure
it's
shit
good
out.
it's
I
good for
missed the
everybody.
Consulus. I'll say
I would just
that.
pick someone that got you there. You got an Algalon kill. How'd you get there? Was
Complaining
it
is
just
what
the
WoW plays
rogues?
best.
I
Yes,
don't know.
team.
It's also going to drop every single week. So,
Really.
Well,
so long as you're getting Algalon every week. But
yeah.
you know, look at what loot's gone out recently and send it on someone that needs some juice, I guess. Right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, that's Algalon. Let's burn through Auriaya so we get to the cool stuff. Thank you guys for your work on Algalon. That's not easy stuff to parse through. Auriaya, Cloak of the Makers. Tank Cloak.
Yeah, blood. You're gonna get everything.
Defense, dodge, hit.
It's a cloak.
It's Cloak. Whoever wants. Cowl of the Absolute. Oh my god, it has no meta socket.
This is
But
Prio
it's
to the auction
BOE.
house.
Yeah, it's a BOE. It's
This helm is so
it's
bad.
great. All right, Sandals of the Ancient Keeper.
What's up, Shred?
I think these are good for Priest, if I recall.
These are alright. I mean,
No,
I like
Starlight
the
Shirts.
crafted boots better. So
Yeah, yeah,
these
yeah.
are literally just give to whoever wants.
Yeah.
You deserve that helm. Hello.
Unwavering Stare. At least it has a meta.
Another one of those leather pieces.
Yeah. They just slapped a moon on their forehead and called it a day.
It's kind
I
of cool, at
guess. It's
least.
hilarious, right?
Surprised you didn't probably have the locks.
Gloves of the Stone Reaper. Hit AP armor pen.
You guys are cruel. Cruel and unusual.
Catch up, not a great item. Give to whoever wants to upgrade. Yeah. A lot of this Auriaya is going to be like that.
These are cool.
Where
it's always
most
my
of people are using
always my fault.
tier 8 or steady hand for their gloves. Yeah, tier 8 is pretty common option for gloves.
Oh, they're good.
Um,
These are Rugs gloves.
Oh, I'm sorry.
all
Yeah.
right. No, all good. Amos of the Stoic Watch. Dude, these look so cool.
Luckily, they're male, so you know where they're going.
Yeah. Crit, MP5, spell power, Resto Shaman Shoulders.
There you go. Nice and easy.
Shoulder plates of the Eternal. These are interesting, actually, right?
They're not a bad option. Like if you're not prioed on tier, you would wear them as a Death Knight for sure.
Oh, these are cool. I like these.
Easy to get, and if they drop
Good
as
old tracks,
Unholy
thank you for the
or
follow.
I'd probably go
I like
Unholy over
these.
Frost, but yeah, either or.
Okay.
You guys are so mean.
When do you take your tier off? At what point?
It's okay.
Like, makes sense.
I'm
Well, that's the
confident in
thing,
my
like,
answers.
Frost
And
is
if
more
presented
tied to it, right?
with
So
contrary
Unholy-
evidence,
Unholy
I am
is, like, an
prepared to
easier-
change my
easier way to get
mind.
out of it.
Sure. Okay.
Like
And that's an
Consulus.
interesting question. Like, it depends on what gear you have, right? There's so much loot in here. You could probably find a way to get out of the tier quicker.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you start getting like 2 pieces of tier, which you can get for badges, then it starts making sense to like run two pieces. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Overall, it's not a horrible piece of loot, so you should be happy if it drops.
Looks cool. Unbreakable Chest Guard. Defense, shield block. Solid mid chest tier superior, and there's a better
It
plate,
is.
10 man from
What the
Algalon.
colors mean?
10
The
man
colors,
Algalon
the
is
colors
still
of the
rowdy,
class.
however, so don't
Is it worth to
don't
keep
count this
Demolock
out.
T72/4? Replace the better eye level if you're 2 out of 4.
Would you throw this on if you're tanking on the way through, like your first clear? Probably.
Me too, Barmello.
Definitely.
It's a good chest. I like the
Good
sockets.
chest, a lot of block value. You'll probably hold on to it for a while
Different.
into DOGC for that reason.
It's to go
Yeah,
with the Prio,
TGC
for
blocks
example.
are probably
Like this is
interesting.
Assassination over Warrior, so Assassination Warrior.
Greaves of the Rockmender. Crit MP5 spell power. Ugh, I'm so bored of MP5. Congrats, Holy Paladins. Platinum Band of the Acer. Defense, dodge, expertise. This is actually pretty nice. That's a lot of expertise on a ring.
Platinum Band of the Acer.
Pally over rest. Paladins use it for expertise. Yeah, there's an expertise set that
Yeah,
prop pallies
this
use,
is really
right?
good.
That
Shout out Rugs.
they
Tell
need
me
to
how
hit.
good this ring is for them.
They can get a lot of expertise. I think they
Yeah.
can cap expertise. Yep.
I know Baron was fucking around with a
It's a
really,
really good
juiced
ring.
expertise set. So,
Oh, it's not bad. Stop being mean.
But it requires some like DPS weapons, not huge ones, but yeah, you can get there.
do you take Sorthalis in that set? I can't remember. I guess you probably do.
I think you take Sir the other one.
Saralus? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ring of the Faithful Servant, crit, MP5 spell power. I would take this on my priest. That's nice.
It's great because I wrote healers.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to get loot. That would be fantastic. That's not what we have in our bis, but it's not bad. All right. Libram of the Resolute, increases spell power of Holy Light. Seems really good. Seems really good.
Grats Rats.
Grats Rets. Rune Scribed Blade. This thing actually looks cool. It's kind of a unique graphic.
It's actually better than Turning Tide. So, it's,
Oh, no way.
yeah. If you could get it, you get it.
Great. If you don't have Turning Tide,
Yeah.
grats.
If you're not going to get Star Shard or whatever, just yoink it.
Yeah. Okay. Stone Render.
I remember seeing this and being like, "Oh, this has to be good for somebody,"
Stone Render?
and then realizing it's good for nobody.
Where's
Oh,
Stone
bummer.
Render? Oh, the one-handed
you
mace.
just- Ask if anyone wants it, and then you short it.
Do you...
This
Where
doesn't
is
look horrible. Like, if you're Morbin, I don't know. Actually, yeah, it's horrible. That's Agi.
You don't even... No one uses it?
That's
I feel like Unholy DK then whoever.
This is not...
If Unholy
not
DK still needs
good.
it, needs a weapon, then yeah, I could see them using it. But I don't think anyone's gonna get super excited like, "Oh, Stone Runner
Would-
dropped." You know what I mean?
Are you going to use Last Laugh and whatchamacallit over this?
Probably.
Wow. Okay. Bummer.
Like it's an agi piece, right? So like it has no strength on it. It has a little bit of haste. Like
Yeah.
it's you probably would. Yeah, you would.
Siren's Cry. This is the second option for
Little bow
range weapons,
action.
right?
You're second best out of 25.
Why does it have
man.
armor on it? It
Okay.
literally is 25 extra
So
armor.
there's-
Go to your
That's so
hunter who's not
weird.
getting Skyforge.
Ah,
Looks cool.
Yep. It does look
All right. That is Auriaya. That's the last boss with no hard mode, which is great. So let's get into Hodir. Hodir is going to be a boss that you're very unlikely to get early on. You're going to need some upgrades before you get it with a normal raid comp, unless you want to stack
I agree with that.
some of your raid to
Hodir.
lean in that direction, which you can do, but just be aware. Winner's Icy Embrace. Expertise AP Armor Pen. Catch up, not a big item, give to whoever wants.
It's a lot of expertise.
Yeah.
And
Why
elephant.
haven't they removed these
This is a good
races on
chest.
this thing?
It's a
It's
really
such
good
a weird
chest.
thing that they still have on.
I don't know. I would rock it on my rogue.
Whatever.
This might be better than
Yeah, it's not a great piece. Like if you have recluse, you
Recluse?
probably won't run it.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the gem difference.
Frostbound Chain Bracers. These are pretty good, right? If I recall.
Scream enhanced prior to me.
Hit, crit, AP, int. Hunter may not use as base, but shamans definitely do go shaman here.
Well, no. This is interesting. We'll get to it, but I would probably go Hunter first here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep. I don't know if I
Well,
just
then let's
did make it.
adjust.
Yep, adjust the sheet.
It's a little
I'd probably end up
adjustment.
going Hunter here
Why?
because there's another piece off this same boss that shamans can't use.
Enhanced
Interesting.
base is the SPML braces from hard mode.
Hold on,
Huh.
I'm adjusting.
But Hunters do want the flux, right? The flux energy
These?
coils.
Right.
So it's like the second best piece, but that's at a 10 man, and this is at a 25 man. So this is your best piece for a Hunter at a 25 man.
Frostbound chain.
Hunter over shaman.
You could also use solar binding somewhere. Well, not for
okay.
hunter, but for other classes, right?
Okay. And then
Change that.
shamans are
I didn't know.
also.
They can have them,
Oh,
man.
well,
All them.
okay. What's the shaman bisp bracer? Is it
Kinda
this one?
Bindings of Winter Gale, apparently.
Frostbound chain bracer says my list says, but where's bindings of Wintergale?
They are off this boss. The hard mode item.
Weird that there's two good bracers off the same item. That seems like a.
Well, I think you'll see when you get to it.
Oh, because they're spell power.
Yeah. So this is if you want to just skip ahead, maybe this is a spell
Sure,
power
yeah.
piece that is simming higher than
Wintergale's
most
enhanced
other
base? Yeah.
pieces
That's what
for
everyone's saying.
shamans, depending on the set.
Interesting.
It's
This
kind
looks
of a free
insane for
piece.
enhance, actually.
I don't think your rest of shamans are going to complain. And
Gotcha.
It's also
you know.
Paladin, Bis, I think, for bracers.
It's true. Holy Paladin Bis or Ret
Okay.
Bis, right?
I would still agree with enhance than the resto than H Pal or whatever order for the other two.
So
Some of the you don't have a lot of male users, so it's like they're probably gonna end up seeing both.
Probably gonna see a
Because
bunch.
Hodir non-normal mode is a joke, right? So you'll see a lot of Frostbound chains.
okay.
Oh, God.
That's actually really, really smart. I like it. Okay, Frostplate Greaves, crit MP5 spell power plate pants. Congratulations, Paladins.
Yep.
Frozen Loop, hit haste spell power.
If you're still using like Signet of the Malevolent from 10 man for the hit, this is basically like a direct upgrade. So, but it's not the best string out there, but it's there.
Okay. The hit's nice.
Yeah, the hit is nice.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so tired
There's
of
just so much
prompting,
hit and
yeah.
everything because it's been upped. It's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, overflowing.
Northern Barrier. Damn, this thing looks dope.
BOE.
BOE Shield selling that. You
This
don't
is
need
a
it.
cool shield.
Defense hit
What's this snap?
expertise. The Auction House Warriors will love it.
Oh God.
It like sparkles too. It's cool.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
I'll take a look
Drape
later.
of Icy Intent. Hit haste AP.
Big one. It's a nice item. I think let me see what we have down.
It's a really good item.
We took the thing off. I think we were just talking about
We
it
have
earlier.
we have Ass Rogues, Combat Rogues, Enhanced Shamans.
Big rogue item.
All for it. I think we have Assassination probably as
I would
like
agree with
leading
that.
the pack there.
Surprise, surprise.
Not really.
All right.
That was sarcastic hands.
Let's
Come
put
on.
S over
Drape of
combat
Eye Cup.
over Shaman.
Who we have? I don't even know.
We didn't. It just says yellow over blue, so we
Yellow,
got rid of
okay.
the notes.
Interesting.
This is again another one that's like if it doesn't want to go to the rogue first, it goes to your shaman because your rogue's just got 90 things, and that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Frigid Strength of Hodir. Hodir.
Finally, we get to some good loot, right? This is go your Frost Death Knights. It's just I think
this
you
is
get
a
them
huge
first.
Frost DK item.
It's their bis. It's like second bis for a lot of other classes, and after that you start looking at your Rets and your Unholies and your warriors.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We have Frost DK over Warrior over Ret, but the colors are messed up.
Sorry. Enhance gets some stuff, I swear.
Yeah, that's fine.
I bound the skays.
Like I said, I didn't fix the colors, but I made some changes.
Total Dancing
Sure,
Flame.
To adjust. All right.
Oh my God.
And then there's Tier, which is great. Constellus, which we've talked about. You can go back to the Algalon, and then Staff of Endless Winter. This stuff gets me excited.
So Staff is an interesting one. I know that for Boomkins and for Fire Mages, it's very close to the Star Shard one-hander combo. So I put for Boomkins so they get a weapon to be given to Boomkins first, and then Fire. I know Warlocks also can use Staff of Endless Wonder instead of one-handers, since it's very close and less contested. So Boomkins need a weapon. This is a good weapon for them. A lot of crit, a lot of spirit.
I like that. This stuff's also good for disc.
You guys are
for what
so
it's worth.
mean.
Over Constellus, if you
So
can get your hands
mean.
on it. It's not better, but it's pretty close, so that's fine.
Should I add this there?
Because it's
Probably
crit
not.
spell power, so there's no haste on it, which is nice.
Maybe.
Good luck getting a weapon though as disc. It's okay. Our time will come in ICC.
Perhaps.
All right, there's the tier. We're gonna skip tier. Let's go through Thorim. Thorim is probably the boss that you're going to be able to get the hard mode first on. So his loot is especially important because each one of those items is definitely going to be. Thorim is not free, for the record. He's
It
still
is not
difficult,
free.
but he's easier. So yeah. Leggings of Lost Love. What a great item name.
BOE.
BOE. So it's auction house.
Yep.
Haste and spell power.
Spirit,
Okay.
2 sockets. It's I mean it's decent, but like tier exists, so
Yeah.
short-term upgrade. Finally some purple on this
Belt
list.
of the
Hey,
Betrayed.
little purple action.
We have. I wrote down D. I gave it a D. I don't think anyone's gonna be super happy to see it, but it exists. There's a lot of crafted belts that are good.
Ew.
And there's belts for
Ew.
emblems that are good. It's an alternative belt for probably your survival hunters.
Makes sense. Scale should go to every app before anyone. Can you say that? Yeah, I'll say that. I'll make sure to say that.
Survival hunters.
Well, I don't know what did we put down on the sheet. I'm sorry.
We put not a great item. Give to whoever needs a small upgrade.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like you
Cool.
can. Yeah, it's not big.
Cool.
I'm not gonna forget. I'm gonna say it right
Sif's
now.
Promise. This is a good ring.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's not bad at all. So it could hold a warrior over until they get the Algalon
Why
ring.
we got different colors for
Mhm.
SV/MM
It
hunters?
can hold a
Full
lot
color
of
for
classes
mage?
over till then.
I
I'd
don't know.
probably just go warrior equals ret or whoever needs
I
expertise
think
first.
all the hunters have the same.
It's
It's a lot of
it's
expertise.
a big item. Yeah, I
Good
wouldn't be
item, but
upset.
not best for anyone. Give to whoever
Yeah.
isn't getting Yogg ring or Algalon quest ring anytime soon.
There's only one color for
Um,
hunter.
Is that what I wrote?
It's
that's
one
what-
one color green.
I wrote maybe.
Is that what I told you to write?
I don't know. We have unholy equals Frosty Cat equals warrior over ret.
I would change that. I would go warrior ret, and
Okay.
I would take care of DKs last. I think they have a lot of ring options, and I wouldn't be like unholy. I wouldn't worry about.
I gotta change the sheet again.
You guys
That's
are
the problem with the
so
colors,
cool.
man. It's like too hard to update.
It does too forever. I'm just gonna go across. Okay. Scale of Fates. We saw a few of these on the PTR.
This should unironically go to every single affliction warlock before any caster because of how OP it is during the suck phase.
The suck phase.
The suck phase.
Okay.
Massive
Affliction
suckage.
Warlock. You heard it here first. This is Biss?
Yes, sir. Yes, fucking sir. It's Biss for a few, like basically all the casters. Although
Okay.
there's secondary options, but it's just the execute damage with Scale of Fate is insane when you pair it with a haste pot and gloves.
Right.
For the afflictions.
Well, there you go. I'd be stoked to see this. Volmir, the Northern Tempest. Expertise, one-hander, slow.
We'll see.
So I got
We'll
this
see
on my
where
Frost
players
DK, and I
going.
was super happy. And that's probably where I'd go first. Is your Frost DKs.
This is good. This is a good
It's
weapon for Frost DK. I like
the
that. Oh,
best
Agi.
25-man
Gross.
item
Do
for
not like
Frost
that.
DK?
Okay.
I believe that's a true statement. It's
No,
crazy.
Solid.
Yeah,
The
romance.
best items come
Gloves,
from 10 man.
haste, PI, scale.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing. Being able to get half of your gear in 10 man is, I think, good for the game.
What's funny? Well, it's not funny, but I know Rets really want some of the DPS weapons out of the 10-man too.
Big
So, or not Rets. I'm sorry,
sucky
the
off the
prop
boss
valleys.
with the scale of
Oh,
fates.
funny.
So it's like you
Well,
gotta fight with them.
they can wait. Okay, big item, embrace. Embrace of the gladiator.
So
Oh, we had Feral. Did we still have Feral on this? Or did we take
it
them off?
shouldn't be Pharaoh anymore. I don't
Okay,
think.
oh my god.
I wouldn't do Pharaoh anymore. I would do. I think you'd go Rogues first, if that makes sense.
Yes. Rogue over Feral, over Hunter, over Shaman, over Rit.
Yeah, I think I relisted the equal Prio stuff, but I didn't update anything else.
Clear
think-
Rogue Prio, then
That's
Feral,
a
Hunters,
massive
Shamans, and
chest.
Rest will use 4-piece until they get this and some other.
For Ferals, what I plan to do is just go 4-piece with the legs and get Prio on legs and then work
Yeah.
into Embrace and that. So I think you just go Rogues here.
Okay. I'm good at the question where Warrior should be going for 4-piece and not this.
Yep.
If you're going for your pure Bis, then sure you can maybe get this, but you're griefing your raid by taking this in the first 3 months over any of those other classes that are ahead of you.
I think that Bis is 4-piece. Or it's very close that for Warriors that it doesn't matter.
Okay. There you go. Warhelm of the Champion.
Warhammer of the
Another
Champions,
big
another
one.
massive
Definitely,
piece.
it's. I think we probably said Unholy first.
We said Unholy and then Ret.
Unholy?
Oh,
There's no
yep.
haste on this.
That's fine. Yeah, Frost is gonna run their 4-piece now, so you go Unholy first, and then if your Rets need it, then go Rets, and then your Warriors are gonna run probably Protector
Warhelm's
token.
OP.
Josh is saying thoughts on Frost getting Helm Prio on this with 4-piece and not taking Flame Leviathan hard mode legs gives pants to Unholy and Ret. The setup is 20 DPS difference, allows Frost to get 4-piece faster and doesn't then need legs.
So the interesting thing is Helm is badge buyable, right? So I think that's good. I think that's what you should be looking for is how to do that. But I think since you can buy the Helm with 58 badges or whatever it is,
That's a good point.
you just buy the Helm.
Nobody cares about Red.
That's a good point.
I don't think
And
so.
then you go this, and
Reds
it
get
just
their big legs at least.
If you don't want to give pants to the Reds, don't give
Big
pants to the
pants.
Reds. But at least that's like 252 item they can be happy about.
The Rets are getting pants. Okay. I like all that. That sounds good. Fate's Clutch. Ooh, this thing is nice.
It's clutch.
Defense, dodge, expertise with a socket.
That's the ring that's best for most or if all the tanks. Like it has a socket and massive stats is 252.
Yeah,
So toss it to the main
totally.
tank.
Yeah, main tank gets. Nice, that's an easy one. Skyforge crossbow again. Give it to your hunter. Congrats, hunter. Wisdom's hold. Where did we put it? Ellie. Let's give some Ellie Prio in
Yeah.
here.
Little Ellie this. Grats Ellie's.
I love it. I love it. It's got lightning on it and everything.
And then healers.
Cool shield. It's like robot's butthole. I don't know. All right. That's Thorim. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Going to Freya. Boots of the Servant.
Yeah. I mean, they're
Boots of the Servant.
it's like added to the pile of like mediocre 232 boots. You know, if you need some boots, there's some boots.
Yeah. Hey, spell power spirit with a socket. Would you use these over what are you using now again? I can't even remember.
Tramplers?
Tramplers, yeah.
Perhaps. I don't know. I would probably just make the crafted pair because I think it is 2 sockets. But I mean, if you don't want to spend money, like this is like it's there.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably a healer boot.
Yeah.
Cool. Leggings of the Life Tender. Hey, more leather. That's my favorite type of armor.
I wonder who it's going to.
Do monks wear leather? Do they fix that eventually?
How
And
scale not a
mob?
braid? NLG is
I don't-
making it
whatever.
appear to make a really good case that DC is superior in fights
Grass
over 115
druids,
long. Dying
haste
curse.
spell power.
I don't think scale is a bait at
we're
all.
going
There's
Rest of
most of the
Evil
fights
Boomy.
are like 4 minutes right now, so you're gonna get a lot of use out
Gauntlets
of that
of Ruthless
scale.
Reprisal. These are
but
interesting, right?
I
Yeah,
would be
'cause
really
it's
happy
like
to get scale
a
on my
hidden gem
warlock if there's
amongst 232
if there's-
items. It's
Yeah, totally.
unholy
if,
abyss.
if there's people
So
that
go
don't
your
want
unholy
scale,
depths
that's
first.
fine, dude. More for me.
Nice.
Like I'll
Big.
take it.
That's big.
I like being able to control my procs. That's the main thing.
Nymph
Afflicted.
Heart Charm. 63 agi, 63 stam, 36 hit, haste, and AP. Good rogue neck, maybe? Is it better than the Malagos one?
Nymph Heart Charm.
Not a great
Yeah.
item. Give to whoever needs as a
BOE.
stopgap.
It's a
Oh,
BOE.
another BOE. Ooh. How much
I'm
do you think is
sorry.
going for week one? 20k? 30k? Somewhere in there.
Dude, Kirkman, thank you for the
A lot of
follow.
hit.
I don't think scale's a bait at all, though. I
Alright,
think it's very
not
good.
not a super
I
exciting.
feel that.
other
Do you
than
have
the
any
BOE.
idea how close they are?
I
I mean, I don't have my Sims in front of
Haste.
me.
and spell power.
Lifebinder.
You give it to anyone who needs to bind life.
Yeah. Anyone.
Nice.
It sounds like a healer item. Well, it sounds like binding some life, you know?
Anyone without a max weapon? Yeah, I'd rock the shit out of it. No, it's got too much haste. Don't give it to your disc.
Like,
But it does look cool. It's got blue leaves.
let me. NLG gave a list of which situation scale would be
Resto
better,
Druid,
basically. Anything with like set
Resto
2.
Shaman, probably.
Why did Bismuth so many be I
maybe a
don't know,
Boomy
man.
if he doesn't have a weapon.
I don't know.
It's a good ath filler item. All right.
I guess. It's like
Drape of the Sullen Goddess. Ooh, baby, is this something for me? Oh my god, it is.
Yeah, most of the healers use this. Or I guess priests and paladins use this, and since paladins got the neck earlier, decided to go with the priest here for the cloak.
It's Disc Priest Prio. Finally,
Dismiss.
something. Dismiss. I'm very excited about this cloak. I did buy a pennant cloak semi recently, but it's fine. We're doing disc over paladin over the rest. Stoked on what's up, Shidora? Stoked on the Prio. Okay. Leggings of the Enslaved Idol, hit crit spell power. That's a lot of hit.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that can use this as an off piece. I've seen demo sets, athlete sets, mage sets with it, although it's not the best. The only class I know that uses it for sure as their best off piece is Boomkins, all the Boomkins I've talked to. So I did put Boomkin first, and then any other caster who wants to use it because it's one of those utility pieces that casters without any 252 piece could utilize.
Okay, gotcha. I like the Boomy option. That seems nice.
Hey, it's not even leather. Look at them go.
I know. Look, they're getting contested items. That's very exciting. They're saying Boomy doesn't use them as Trubis.
If Boomies are using 4-piece instead now, but when I was talking to Boomkins and looking around the Boomy Discord as of like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, that was the case. So it might have changed. If not, that's my bad, guys. What do they use now? Do they use four?
If you're talking about Pharaoh's gloves and 4-piece, then get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's not happening.
They're saying 2-piece is better, single target. All right.
The-
we will look at this one.
The Bis set has 2-piece. It has shoulders and chest, and it's using the gloves of the frozen glade,
It's phase 1, brother.
legging of enslaved idol, and there was one other piece that was the star beaded clutch instead of like the true Bis.
Bis for a full support demo lock. I mean, that seems like a good option, but we'll look into it.
I do not believe that 4-piece is
Handguards
better. I
of
don't either.
revitalization.
Good try, Barmello.
Defense, dodge, parry. Defense, dodge, parry. Where are we at?
Those are really good gloves for tanks. For Blood, Warrior, and Paladin.
I think I want this to drop the most week 1.
What are you talking about, dude?
I'm honest.
This is a fine off piece
Yeah,
for Boomkins.
I mean,
if
Blade
they wanna
Twister would be
use it.
nice.
I don't know
Better rank
why are
these
the
items rather
Boomkins
than Blade
complaining?
Twister this or this.
Do they
or
not
Blade
want
Twister,
this?
I don't know, it's tough.
It could be used for demo. I started out by saying this could be used by other
alright,
classes.
Bronze pendant of
Whatever,
the
man.
Vanir. Ooh, another
People-
tank item. There's
People
a lot of tank
are
stuff on
tilting
here.
me.
Okay, this is also pretty good.
Yeah, all the tanks use that neck. Like, I think all 4
Okay.
of them.
That's just the tank.
Yeah.
All right. Is it just one piece that
I'm-
drops
I'm
per hard
relaxed.
mode or 2? It's
I'm
for
relaxed.
tier.
Those plus
Lidom?
tier
Oh,
shoulders
it's
are
one
better for
hard
sport
mode
demo,
item
whereas
drops
tier
per
legs are better
kill.
for
Yeah.
app and regular demo, depending on
Blade
hit
Twister,
situation.
Biss for both
See,
rogues,
Perps, that's
but
the
you're gonna
issue.
get your
Those legs
assassination
have too
first.
much hit.
Um,
I guess getting tier shoulders would be
amazing.
easier than the
Yeah,
10
it's
man.
fair,
The tier
yeah.
shoulders plus chest
Yeah,
might be
and
superior
it's
with the
just so
legs,
cute.
but you'd be so overhit, you have to compensate
All
somewhere
right,
else.
Dream Miner. We talked about it
So,
before. You're feral, and then Hunter.
I guess it just depends on what drops and what you
your
want to
hunters
build
will have it
first.
pretty
Like, if
quickly.
those legs drop early on,
and then tier pants. What does
why
the
not just
Alchemist
yoink 'em?
cash drop?
Just
Do you guys
yoink 'em.
know?
Alchemy
stuff.
gems. Yeah. Gems. Yeah. Herbs.
Gems, herbs.
Herbs.
I will admit you're
Black
right,
Lotus?
Perps. I will,
baby.
because
Black Lotus.
what you're saying is not wrong. What makes
why would you
Ulduar
ever bring a
interesting is
feral?
most
Dude,
people won't
ferals
get
are
2
great.
plus 25 man hit.
Alright,
No, you're right. You're
Who
right.
said that? Like,
The
why would
252 pieces are going to
ferals
be
are
hard to
amazing.
get.
Asimov's
Hard to get.
drape. Asimov's drape off of a Mimiron.
It's a cloak. It's BOE.
Oh, it's a cloak and it's BOE. Isaac Asimov gets an item.
There are a
Um,
lot, Perps, and when people tell me
I would
that
use that
gear
probably.
is
That's pretty
like
good.
my sets are
Creates
wrong,
willpower.
whatever, I always have to say over and over again.
No socket.
It depends
But
on what
it's
drops,
nice.
depends what you want, depends on
looks better
what
than the
everybody
last
else
fucking
wants. It's
cloak at
all
least, so.
malleable. That's the great thing about Old War gear. It's all malleable.
Malleable sideweave mantle. Oh my god, another leather item. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, I wonder where it's going. Your sets are all things now. Do you think we should be okay with being slightly
haste
over hit
spell
cap as we're
power.
gearing up? You're
Nothing worse
going
than
to be
the
over hit
hard
cap
mode,
because
although
there's
one
so
we
much
did
hit
looking
on
at
this
earlier,
freaking
but,
gear.
send
So
it to
much
your
hit
Boomy or whoever
on
wants it
every
over there.
single piece.
Waste
the
card
eye
of the
level
creator,
jump,
crit
like-
haste AP leather
Like,
belt.
this wasn't made for
It's
this.
it's nice that it's better than anything in Nax, but it's not that
This gear
great.
was not made for this
I
tier.
think the crafted piece for most classes
This
is gonna be
list
better.
makes me want to put icy veins
We
on
gotta
favorites.
factor in the crafted for a lot of this because
They're
that'll be
funny.
pretty easy to get.
There's
And
purple
I mean,
with this,
Cinch
but
is just going to
realistically,
be like God for
Perps, you're
pretty
right.
much everybody.
I like that.
Sure.
It's
Pandora's
so much
Plea.
hit, man.
This is actually a pretty cool
So much hit.
trinket. What do we do? Holy Pally?
I saw
Shaman.
that Resto Shamans were using it in their bis, and the other healers kind of weren't. Obviously, that could be wrong, but it is a very good trinket if somebody wants to use it.
DMX is saying this is Boomy Biss.
That is
Is that true?
That is
I
news
find
to
that hard
me.
to believe. I find that hard to believe. But
So-
maybe. I don't know.
I don't
Seems
know.
unlikely. It's borderline Boomy Biss. Interesting.
What else? I mean, is it something that you don't give Boomies the other stuff, so you give them this? Is that like the case? Maybe.
The other two trinkets I had were Scale of Fates and Flare of the Heavens, so
I mean, those seem
it's
like
kind of
really
in
good
that
trinkets.
next tier, but not bis, of course. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's like Eye of the Beholder for
It's currently
fire.
something higher than scale for 4-piece.
I thought they were
Interesting.
they were just saying that 4-piece isn't good though. So what do you guys want?
Do
They
not
don't
get the
know what
druids.
they want.
Don't get the druids.
What
mad at
proper
you.
app, please? Well, afflicted. Star Shard Edge.
There's a lot of druids and they're mad. All right. Insanity's Grip, main hand fist weapon, crit expertise AP. This is probably worse than the one off Flame of Eye.
Better
I
than anything in
guess.
Nax for combat. Probably better than anything Nax for enhancement. So I think you either go one of those two. Not a super
It's
great
getting hot in
weapon.
here, team.
Sure. We said Shaman over Rogue, and the note was yep with a period.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
They're saying Ray Strike's better. I mean,
Okay, I believe it. Yeah,
it's not an important item.
I believe it. I didn't sim that specifically for Shaman, but
This is
I
decent.
did look
The
at
only
it
problem
for
was going to say
rogues.
Mage Pro for
Hands will
Flare.
keep using it.
I did
Okay,
not say
well,
Mage Pro for Flare.
Let's just give it to Rogue then. Let's give it to Rogue then. Grats. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. If anything looks super wrong here, by all means, DM me or Pummel or whoever and give us your notes. I can't promise that I will agree with them or implement them, but I will. All right.
We'll
now
say
to the hard mode
hands.
stuff.
This guy said.
Yeah.
I'm used to hands being wrong.
It's true.
Titan Skin Cloak, defense hit expertise. That seems pretty offensive for a tank cloak.
The Titan Skin cloak is the best cloak for all the tanks. So
There you go.
it's a lot. Most of the tank items are used by all the tanks. The 252
Sure.
set is.
Cool. Oh, and guess what it looks like? Oni scale cloak. Bringing it back. Hitting up BWL, man. Very nice. Crown of Luminescence. This is actually a pretty interesting item for priest, but go ahead.
Oh, I should probably add priest to it. I said,
No, you shouldn't. No.
I said Demo. Obviously, if Demo gets crown, I saw that you could kind of drop 4-piece immediately with the spirit tap.
The boomies are losing their minds right now.
All right, my bad. You know what? I'll toss the boomies a bone.
Have you even played Boomy before?
Demo
They're
over
losing-
Boomy over half.
They're losing their minds.
I think it's the
There
only
you go.
class you don't have. You need a level
Boomies,
of
Boomies get a bunch of stuff for free. They get so many free 252 pieces, and they just want their absolute best when they have decent pieces that fill those sockets anyway.
Yeah. For priest, disc priest specifically,
Your loot prio is the
you
worst I've
could
ever
use
seen.
this
My bad, Stu.
and your
you
other
know,
4
I'm doing my best
items
here.
as your 4-piece. But
Guess
the
this is your
ultimate
first time
is
seeing Ulduar smile.
using tier
Who-
instead of this, and the
who
gloves
just types
off of hard
Ulduar?
mode
Who just
Vezax
types
as your 4-piece.
smile?
The hard mode Vezax gloves aren't going to be super
There's-
contested because no one else really wants them. But
Whatever, man.
if you get this, then you do the 4-piece and the other thing, and that's fine too. The odds are that you're not going to get this though, so it's fine.
I'm doing my best here, okay?
All right. Armbands of Bedlam. Finally, a fucking cool
Hello,
item.
Gimpy guy.
So
Oh my god.
these are going to your Death Knights, and just like every other 252 piece, Rep Paladins want them
Thanks,
too.
Volk. Yeah, I know the donut wall is
They're-
not real. I read what you said.
Yep, they're
Do you wanna
pretty
do-
good.
Frosty K over red here. I feel like
I'm like not. I didn't really separate out the
It's
Death
not a
Knight
big
specs.
deal.
They seem similar in most of the pieces. So it was
Okay.
just like, you know, I was just
Your chat's
I wrote
turning
down
on
Death
me.
Knight.
okay.
Frost Unholy. Well, you know, I don't know what the raid comp's gonna look like in Ulduar. My assumption is Alliance might run a little bit more Frost than Unholy, and Horde might
Also,
just
still
stick with
priming on
Unholies.
Holies. When...
Sure.
Look, Stoop,
But
I
you can
did
go
the
either way.
caster shit. You could flame me for like
And
not
you'll find,
knowing
like,
boomkins
the
properly,
profile of the damage
I didn't
between the
touch
two is different enough.
the physical stuff that much. I did the
sometimes,
tank stuff
you
and
know,
the
on a
caster
single
stuff
target
with the
fight,
time that I
maybe
had.
not, but like
At level ball, thanks,
on
Foolipe.
Mim phase 4, like Unholies are really gonna shine.
Sure.
You know, so you get what you get. You know,
Yeah.
figure it out.
Lemonism saying that they're also tier 9 bis for both.
I do not envy
DK
my LC.
specs,
There's so many good,
Yep.
but they are a lot of good
Um,
picks freaking everywhere. Mage Pride
okay,
and everything. There's a lot of Mage
Conductive
Pride.
Seal. I think this is a very good ring.
This ring is best in slot for 11 specs, so it is very difficult for anything to go past Demo. I also want to highlight that there are not many good rings in TOGC, so a player that you know is going to last for a long time after your Demo, or if you just don't trust your Demo, you're like, Demo's got enough. This crown that should have gone to Boomies went to our stupid Demo. Give the Conductive Seal to your Boomy if you want to give it to your Boomy.
Don't give it to your boomy. That's not.
Freaking Boomies, man. They're pissing me
Yeah,
off.
I think with an item like this where it's just bis for everybody, you give it
Like, what do you do? It's best for
to
everyone.
someone who deserves
not a big deal,
chase
man. Thank you for
item,
the
you know what I mean?
follow.
One of your big number players who's been there forever and does everything he's asked and etc. So
Thanks for the Demo
player
sponsorship.
player of
Sure.
class.
So Flames have
but
nerfed,
if
not
you're going
officially.
pure raid benefit, your demo is again gonna draw favor because of the spell power. So
I just don't want the
it's
Boomies
also
to be mad at me. I
but we won't go there.
guess this is your first time
All
seeing
right,
Ulduar smile.
Delirium's
Dude, you guys
touch.
are so annoying.
Probably just
Delirium's
combat. You know,
Touch.
it's a 252 item and sucks
an
that it's
offhand.
probably just gonna be a combat. You know, stopgap.
You guys are so irking.
Yeah,
can't
you're
understand
gonna be
ships through
sad
the
if you see
audio
more
clips
than
in
one of these.
Discord.
Even one is like a bummer.
Oh my god.
And then Star Shard Edge we talked about before in the Algalon section, but we went what did we say? Demo. Star Shard Edge. Okay, and then we have tier gloves. All right, last 2 bosses, and we are almost done.
I'm literally gonna
Thank
turn them off if you
fuck.
guys can't behave. I know it is impossible to listen
Mantle
to
of the
properly.
Unknowing. Crit spell power. Bleh.
The question.
Who's not? Blah.
Bleh. 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 Where is it? Where are we?
It's just,
Mantle of the
it's just
Unknowing.
not very good. Is that
Hold
loot? That
over
is
piece for
loot.
2.
There's
Yeah.
not
I rock
anything
these on
about.
PTO
There's
all
no
day.
blue post about
All right,
playing
belt of the
caps.
Dark
There's
Spear. Big hit belt.
there's Cricks spreading a rumor.
Crafted belts are better.
Yeah, they are. I was gonna say that. You
When do
listen
we
to this
start getting those
information to be
big
able to
like
correct it?
3D belts that Blizzard put in
it's not-
eventually? Is that a cat thing? Because we're getting are these like 2D wimpy belts. You know what I mean? Like
Flame
the belts with
caps
the big
nerfed.
belt
Dude, we
buckle
don't know if
thing?
they're gonna get nerfed.
ICC.
It's just Crick saying that they said they were gonna do
ICC
it.
does it?
So
I
I don't know. He's
Um,
buying them up though.
Grips of the Unbroken. Hands, leather, haste spell power.
It's,
Not boomy.
it's just it's a piece.
Resto
also
equals
sold
booming
all
over the
mine.
rest. All right. By this point, you're late in the game. You've got a lot of hard mode items. Hopefully, you're almost done with
buying
the
the
instance.
rumors. You
You're,
could
you're
be.
excited for your Yogg loot soon, and the hard mode Vezax loot that you're probably not going to get for the first couple weeks, but Vezax dropped some good shit.
Oh my god.
Dark Core leggings, hit haste AP.
I think shamans might be the only one, or not shamans, excuse me. Hunters might be the only ones super interested in these, but I still think you put 4-piece on hunters, so these kind of could go anywhere if anyone could find a use for them.
Yes, thank you,
Tatanka
Seth.
says no, he doesn't need the hit, but
BOE.
Yeah.
they're BOE, so who cares?
Yeah.
I mute the sounds. You guys are being annoying.
Boots of
If
the
anyone
Forgotten
would look at them,
Depths.
it'd probably be hunters. But yeah, they're kind of trash.
Yeah. Haste MP5 spell power. Let me guess. Where the fuck is it? I'm losing my mind. There they are. Boots of the Forgotten Depths. Resto equals Ellie.
Yeah, they're boots.
Rudy's wading into the balanced druid pool right now.
Yeah, he told me he doesn't like 4-piece and it's bad.
There's like 20 balanced druids yelling at each other right now. All right.
Seems like they all have a different idea of what their bis is.
Yeah, you guys should get together. Come to a consensus. Let us know, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
how to
please
adjust your
DM me
path.
with your sets. I would love to go through it with you guys. Unironically, I'm not trying to egg you on.
Yeah, here's Pummel's stream. You can go.
Flame away.
I'm shouting out.
Oh
can
god,
clip it.
dude.
Okay.
They're gonna come here. They're gonna
Rank
invade and
666
attack
demo
me.
lock world infusion something.
God.
All right. Helm of the
I
Faceless.
need attention. Oh my god.
I bet you that's
yeah,
a
he
tank
definitely
helm.
is. Yeah, it is. It's just a
Am I right?
yeah. It's just a tank helm. Dude, Garctic, thank
It's
you for the
we went
follow.
warrior.
This
Best
free
prot-
will be
best helm
live
for
and
prot
free
warriors. Really
tomorrow.
interesting. That's their best.
Palma, this is all wrong. Thank you, Laz. That's
Huh.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't look into that. Pummel says it is.
that's what I saw in the prot warrior bis list that was sent to me.
Okay.
Dude, Afflicted
Cool.
Naz, thank you
Solid.
for the sub, man. Look,
It could be.
you guys need to relax.
It's on the threat list. Okay.
Oh god,
Solid. That makes sense.
it's a really good helm. I think they could
A
also
lot of
use steer.
strength. Defense dodge parry. Okay. Belt of Clinging Hope. Another plate belt that only paladins can use.
Frost Mage,
Congratulations.
Sub Rogue Prio. Shut up,
Boots of the
Laz.
Underdweller. Hit crit strength.
I think the only one super interested in these
There's
coming
Boot
from
of the
like
Underdweller.
Balakali would be Death Knights.
Please paywall. Oh
I
my
don't think anyone
God.
else should be too interested in these. Like warriors.
Solid.
So
Thanks for all the hard work. We would be lost if you guys didn't. We're just trying to help the community, man.
Cool.
I'm literally just getting donut walled by everybody.
Metallic Loop of the Sufferer. Crit haste AP. There's a lot of rings.
there
There's
are a lot of
of
rings.
them.
This
Atomic
isn't. This
Loop.
is like a holdover ring for like all classes. Like it's not your Abyss ring, but it's probably your Abyss.
Show Mage set, y'all.
non-hard mode
No,
25
Felipe,
man
you're
ring.
gonna flame me.
Yeah.
I forget what we exactly put down, but I think like off
Yeah,
the top of my
screenshot
head,
this. It's.
it
I
was
don't think
Hunters
it's
pretty high on this one.
100% accurate.
Solid. We did enhance over rogue, not strictly bis, but enhance feels good here.
Yeah.
Where's
That could
Arcane?
be- I mean, any agi, you probably would have just changed it to
Yeah.
like any agi user. Could find a use for this ring.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go
Foolipe.
Bran over that for bis. Yeah, good luck getting
Yeah,
Bran though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. Like this is your non.
just take this and be happy for a
Is
bis.
I
it
wouldn't be
actually?
happy.
I
No,
could add
like,
Arcane to it.
Push for that brand.
I'll mention something.
But it's gonna be tough.
Hardcore guild, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, Foolipe. You're so mean.
Idol of the Corruptor, Gratz Druids, Pendulum of Infinity. This was one that the same thing happened in Sunwell Plateau with the neck there that kind of happened here. Go ahead, Hans.
How did we
Sorry.
skip all the way to Pendulum of Infinity?
I'm looking at the physical list. Sorry. Do you
Just
want
want
some time to
Infinity.
back up?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll back up. We'll come back.
General vets.
Ring of the Vacant.
It's I mean it's something you could equip if you wanted to.
Nice. Okay. Hit if you need the hit. Great. The General's Heart. Dodge when struck in combat has a chance of shielding you to protect a
Both
barrier,
boots are
which
saying
will
shit for
reduce
fire,
damage
so I don't
from
know why
each
y'all pick this
attack
for fire.
by
Shit ring your
205
back using
last
3
10 seconds.
veils.
Huh.
Look,
Huh.
I got this list from Deary.
Maybe
I should
maybe
not.
a mitt.
I should have double checked.
Interesting. Everyone's saying it's bad.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
well,
pretty bad.
Idol of the Corruptor. Your Mangle has a chance to grant. We already talked about. Libram of the Sacred Shield.
Did we talk about that? I don't think we talked about it, did we?
Idol of the Corruptor.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
clear your guess.
most of the rings are bad.
I was running through the physical and we just
Okay.
said feral. Yeah.
Look, Foolipe,
Libram of the
if you
Sacred
have
Shield, increase your block
if you
value
have an
by a full
arcane
15
set,
for
would you mind sending it to
20
me?
seconds each time you use Holy Shield. Grats
And a fire set too, or I could just look on the Wowhead guy. I'll just look up the Wowhead guy
Lotrofen
later.
Spear of the Damned. One of the coolest named items.
Survival Hunters.
Yeah.
I'll check the Wowhead later, and
boosting
I will
paladins, that Libram's,
adjust
like,
this
ridiculous,
accordingly
apparently.
and adjust
makes
the
sense.
Prios. I'll just add mage to it.
Yeah,
so
it's really good.
So Lotrofen,
I hate them all.
we gave to hunters because
No, for all of them, they're bad.
often they're going to be getting the Dreambinder
After the
second.
druids.
So
Not often.
just take,
I'd say that's
take-
kind of troll to not give.
well, sure,
to the druids.
always then. So just give this to hunters first. Pretty easy. Otherwise, there's not really a good option. Warriors can't use polearms anymore, so you just go hunter. Scepter of Lost Souls, crit haste spell power wand.
It's nothing like the Petrified Ivy. It doesn't have any head on it, but it's all right. Healers could even use this one, to be honest.
I had red over hunter though. For that, no.
For the wand?
I meant hunter over. We changed it.
Oh.
No, Lotrofen.
Oh,
He has
hunter
to.
over feral.
Let me see your biz for AF.
He has
This
to
is the
check all
biz
my
for
work
AF.
because I just update it, and not tell
Yeah,
him.
I didn't. I'd have to scrub through the things and make sure that the colors mesh. I think.
Look, the
were
sheet
we?
will
Sorry,
be
I
released
apologize.
tomorrow.
Scepter of the Lost Souls.
Yeah, it doesn't have any hit on it, so a healer could theoretically use it, or a caster DPS. It's just if you don't need the hit, yoink it. It's not incredible.
Right. Okay. Whoever doesn't get Petrified Ivy Sprig. That's a 10-man item, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, I'm in the middle of something. Morgan wants my attention. I'm sorry. She's mad at me.
As you're so irking.
All right, hand wraps with the Vigilant.
because either
Disc
the mother is
Priest
simming
Bis, baby.
20 DPS,
Finally, something cool.
and it's from normal.
We get these gloves.
All right, Dan. Well, I will mark that
eventually.
down.
Once Vezex goes down. We have Priest over Caster, DPS over Healer. Solid 2v2 gloves, slightly worse than Pharaohs for Fire and Shadow Priest. Disc uses as their Bis offense. You can go someone other than Disc here if you want. We need to change the color. You put straight white on here.
Well, I needed something to differentiate S Priest and regular Priest, so I made S Priest gray, and Priest is just white.
All right. No, that's okay.
I don't know.
She said Boomy uses 2-set, but probably will have to use 4-set. Okay, I don't know what you guys are fucking crazy.
Look,
Vestments of the Blind Denizen. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so sad when this drops. I'm gonna be so sad. This is the worst item in the entire fucking instance.
Boomy's gonna fry me again. This is the piece that I was told Resto Druids use as their off piece with their 4-piece tier. So I put Resto and then Boomkin.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think. So yeah, go Resto, I guess.
You guys are so annoying.
Boomy
dude.
can go second.
It was anonymous. Why don't
Then
you use your
whoever.
name?
All right, Pendulum Infinity. We're back.
So it's hard to find a class that doesn't want this item. I think it's best across the board for everybody but Death Knights. We put down in this order, probably running from a ranked DPS upgrade standpoint will be Assassination, Hunter, Combat, Shaman, Warrior, Paladin, Feral. I don't really know who to give it to because it's just one of those really good items. Probably Rogue Hunter in the top Prio.
You guys are
But
just
outside
out
of
of
that, like, I
control
don't think-
today.
Maybe even Shaman. Warriors have a lot of options. Paladins have a lot of options. Ferals, it's best when you can get hit cap, which might take a little bit. So they're kind of like
Okay.
towards the end.
Okay.
Budding Carnage is a really good neck that Ferals will use, and it's a 10-man neck until they get, hit cap to like switch to something like this.
Sure. Yeah, if I remember, a similar situation happened in
I think we
Sunwell.
changed this. I think they
You wanna-
changed. We changed
Sorry,
this
say
a
again?
lot. I was just gonna say we went back and forth on this a lot
Yes.
on this neck specifically.
We need to adjust the colors, but you did Hunter greater than or equal to Rogue or Assassination, which is greater than
Assassination,
Combat, which is
which
equal
is
to
over Red.
Shaman, which is over Warrior over Red.
Yep.
And you don't even have Feral on here, so I have to adjust this. But
I would bump Feral up if they're bumper and they get like the hit pieces they need.
okay.
You guys are such trolls, man. I swear. I'm trying to focus.
I mean,
up
like
here.
you want like fucking 12 of these, right? So I don't know.
You do want a lot of them, and it's one item off this 6 boss loot table per week. So on average, you see one every 6 weeks. So you kill this boss 20 times before TOGC comes out, and you see it 3.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. This is not a.
This
I
is
know
not
it's
good.
trolling,
is
Foolipe.
big deal.
I will add it and adjust.
I would
the list
rather
accordingly.
Flare or Voldrathar drop almost every time. But
That's a good point.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I think I'd seeing Voldrathar once
Once,
or twice.
twice.
Yeah.
3 times. Three
Three
times for
times.
Voldrathar.
Three times for the red, because the first 2 go to the Warrior.
3 times of Voldrathar.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
gonna DM you, Felipe.
Flare of the Heavens. Surprise, surprise.
I think it's an obvious demo pick, but for right after the demo, I think in conjunction with those other pieces that make fire exceptional, this is one of them, and I would go fire next.
Just
What do you
so
think after fire?
if anyone's on YouTube and wants to know what's going on right here, look at these. Look at this. This is just everybody is vying for themselves here.
It's how it
and
is.
They are. There's no one
Everyone wants
understands
it.
that that's not how it works. You need to have some prio, okay? And we're doing our best to do
We're
that.
talking about Flare, Felipe.
Good night, Morgan. I love you.
After the fire mage, you can give it out as a performance piece, but I would go fire. If your fire isn't good or you don't like your fire, you can give it to whoever you want afterwards.
Okay.
Do you go Boomy over Shadow Priest?
The Boomkin was
Boomy
playing
over
better
Shadow
than the Shadow
Priest?
Priest, yeah. It's very hard when you boil it down to DPS upgrades. If something's like a 60 versus a 50, but your player that's playing the 50 is better than your 60, then it doesn't really matter if it's a DPS upgrade for them because they aren't clicking their buttons properly. So
It's
all marginal.
within like a margin of give it to your best player, right?
Basically.
Like you wouldn't give Voldrathar to a Hunter
like how do you pick an item that is best for like 10 people? How do you pick between each of them at the point where like some of them are better than others? The one's good for all of them.
You're getting upset,
Yeah.
Pummel.
I'm a little upset. My chat's flaming the hell out of me right now. They said I abandoned the warlocks and I'm a mage now.
I mean, the sheet says demo over fire, but you know,
Yeah.
I hear you.
Pumper Prio.
I honestly think this is one of those things where it's pumper prio. It's one of those things that you give to someone who
Thanks,
deserves
Foolipe.
it.
That was the
And
words I wanted, but didn't know how to
in
say.
Our first clear raid, I have that person in mind, but for a lot of raids, you know, there's a few options.
Warlocks
and
first,
if there's a few
man.
options,
You
then
guys are
maybe you just go demo
annoying.
first. So, also you have to gauge like
There's
how many.
There's a lot of shit here.
How many pieces has the demo already got in that raid? You know what I mean, or stuff like that. So, I'm gonna say it a billion times as player of a class. It says it in big letters at the top of the sheet. You can't get it off the sheet. You have to every time you scroll, it's still there. So, yeah.
Just keep us in the running.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. Can I put what you're saying is Apple
what's
files so I can
left?
put it inside of my GM?
Voldrathar.
What, for Flare? Morning bacon bits?
Well, it's pretty simple in this one.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
it's,
for almost all the
you're going
classes, it's
Fury
between
Warriors
150 to 200 DPS.
and then you're gonna go.
Versus
You want to know
that's
specifically the
it?
order you go in?
What?
I think
go
you
Fury
go.
Warrior,
Oh,
and then
Voldrathar.
Fury Warrior.
I think you go
Just go
red. I
Fury
think
Warrior.
for this set, there is a
Derek
set
Wood,
out
man.
there
Thank you
that
for the
exists that
follow.
I've been sent like 3 different times.
Ice Gigafarm,
It's
dude, that's
like,
what I'm
look,
saying. I literally
Voldrathar's
put
not
I
this for
because
red.
people
And
sleep
it's
on
like,
it
yeah,
so
once
hard.
you drop all their
Good morning,
hits
bacon bits. Thank you for the follow.
and make them need a ton
Flare-
of hit, you would run
Flare-
Dark Edge of Depravity with the 64
Affliction, go
Onyx,
Affliction
but
for Flare.
I don't think you'll
It's all for Arcane. Yeah,
be
it's
in
very
that
bad for
situation.
Arcane.
So I
And
think you look
Arcane
at
is
going
meta.
Voldrathar, second to the red,
Look,
and then
the
back to
mages
Fury.
told me
What
to
about Shadow
use
Warrior Pride?
Arcane.
Keep it in your pants,
So
dude. That's
I don't know.
Ask me.
We should have
ask me in
Cryo
8
Tyrion
months.
here, so Plum can
And then if you're running arms,
y'all gave
I
me
don't know, in
by,
raids that would
by
run like
Deary,
an arms
you're not even
Fury
wrong.
and a red.
You're not
It
even
gets
wrong.
messy.
I don't know. I need to add
Yeah.
Arcane on the list
it's-
ASAP.
You know who?
First one to your warrior, second one to your red, third one to your warrior. If you have an arms, you should probably not have an arms by now.
Yeah, we are phasing any of our arms warriors out in favor of a combat and assassination rogue and a fury warrior. Because imp commanding is nice.
Imp commanding and the combat and assassination are relatively close. They're closer than fury and arms seem to be.
Yeah, solid. 244 DPS, crazy. Okay, all right, we're at the end. Everybody, we made it to the last boss.
You want to go
of the
backwards?
instance.
You want to go like Alone in the Darkness and One Light?
Sure. Mimiron's head.
Pumper Prio.
Mimiron's head. We're gonna G-bit it very likely in our raid.
Are we? That's news to me.
And it'll go to whoever wants the thing, and it'll just go to whoever has the gold and wants it the most. If you don't want to do that, give it to whoever deserves it. Who did all of your sheets? Who did all of
Druid
your
File? Dude, like the mounts always go to Druids.
Whoever, you know.
Who farmed the most mats for AQ40 gate opening?
Yeah, that was me. I did that. Kind of.
Ayala.
Tyela was up in the top of Ironforge. Dark Edge. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go the bad stuff first, and then the good stuff. Shawl of Haunted Memories.
It's a spirit crit cloak. It doesn't necessarily matter, but you can go with a healer here because it has no hit on it or anything. It's like a decent cloak for.
I'd wear this. Yeah.
Yeah, Foolipe. I know it's not the best cloak, but someone needs it.
Cowl of Dark Whispers.
Another meta piece. I mean, it's like a baby Mimiron's head, or what is it called? Crown of Luminescence. Just a 232 version. So whoever needs that.
Do you see that this thing gives like this tiny little glow to the eyes? It's very weird.
It's shit because OS 10 gonna drop better. You're not even wrong.
Garona's Guys, the weird looking rogue helm.
Corona's Guys.
It's probably going to go straight to your rogues.
Might as well
It's
just
a
toss to
decent
the
piece. It's not
rogues.
great. A lot of expertise on it.
Yeah, Pennant's
Um,
insane. Pennant has such
there's
insane
the Mimiron
longevity.
flight goggles that kind of sim better in a lot of cases. This is like an optional piece that you could use if you need the expertise.
Yeah. Are they using tier for their? Yeah, they're using tier helm. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Not assassination though. So, or I'm sorry, not combat. So
Oh, okay.
combat's now simming. Some of the sims I've seen, it's ran Mim's flight goggles are simming higher than using 2 piece. So the combat may use no pieces of tier now.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like if Corona's guys drops, you could. I mean, tier helm's badges.
cool
So what are you gonna
looking.
say? Don't use your badges
Yeah,
on
braces
it.
are
You know
insane.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's fair.
Unsullied.
So it's kind of like a
Uh,
waste because of that. Like if it drops, you probably have better loot already in the raid.
I like the way it looks. It's weird, but I like it. All right. Chest guard of insidious intent. Wasn't there a
Where
murderous
is-
intent?
There was.
And was that Sunwell?
Let me see what I wrote down. I have Hunter then Shaman on my list.
This is meh.
BCT. Can't remember. Leggings of murderous intent. That was yeah, Lynn. That's what I was thinking.
It's like it would be a decent piece if you're like hard set on not taking 4
Shaman never
piece
wants that.
on a Hunter and waiting till you get
It
a
is
brace.
armor pent. I guess I don't want it
So it's a
all. So
Ladon
this would
item.
probably just go to hunters.
Yes.
Call it
Like
a day.
I'm waiting till I get a brace off Thorim, and I'm gonna use this till then because I will
And
not use.
I'm just gonna baby rage until I get what I
This
want.
is a DE
Alright,
item.
I got
Laz,
it.
you wouldn't even use this on a hunter?
All right, chest guard of the fallen god, crit haste spell power. Where are we? Ellie. Ladon just said I hate you. All right, Ellie's solid.
Chest guard
I
of the
like the
fallen
Ellie
god?
prio. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like I mean, Ellie uses tier. I don't think this is the off piece they use. I think they use the off piece of gloves.
so
Yeah, they use
you
gloves.
have Ellie over Resto Shaman here.
It's just chest, 232 chest. I think they both use tier anyway.
They're saying it's bad for Ellie.
And then
Alright, well.
straight to our shaman.
Bad item set. All right, Godbane Signet.
How
This
is
thing's
that?
good,
How is
right?
that bad for Ellie?
Not bad.
It literally doesn't have any spirit on it. It has crit haste
Since
spell
like
power.
the expertise
What?
budget is like
Whatever.
on here. It's not that high, but it's on here. It's like if you need expertise, you go after it. It'd be nice just to like have in your bags and like, oh look, this is better
What
right
this?
now.
What?
And
Sure.
then you finally get
It's
like
versatile.
yeah, you get Band of Lights or you get Bronze Signet. You move your gear around, and you don't need it anymore.
Okay.
Not Bronze Signet, but Brand Signet.
This is a good ring. If I don't have Pennant or
Yeah, it's
Unsullied,
plenty.
but Biss, all of this slots is worth asking those slots first.
Sanity's
Yeah, it would
Bond,
definitely depend
haste,
on the class for.
MP5 spell power. Decent healing ring, but not Biss for any of them. That is true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take this on my disc over any other healer, but the MP5 is nice. Haste is solid.
There's so many.
No
items,
casters want
man.
this. I guess it's MP5. They don't want it. All right, Blood of the Old God. Hit. Holy hit.
This
Yeah,
is
so
this
the
is
hit
decent.
on here is just insane, right? So you kind of look at it like from my perspective, look at it that way. Like it's not BIS for anybody, but who can actually use the hit budget.
Marno,
And it's probably gonna be anyone who can dual wield. I feel like in my heart of hearts that I would probably give it to my enhancement shaman first and have them like try to use it. But I don't think it's like
should have added Arcane Mage, man.
the
Should've
greatest
added
ring. It's
Arcane
not
Mage.
bad, but compared to like Homage Trail and a lot of classes are gonna still be using Greatness or Dark Matter or the Armor Pen one.
What's the ICD on this? Do you know?
Probably 45 seconds. That's kind of like all
most of them,
trinkets.
yeah.
It says 50 on Wowhead for Blood of the Old God.
Huh. All right.
50.
Soul Scribe, main hand dagger. This thing looks cool as shit.
It's a decent main hand. If somebody has like one of the other, like the manual or Cosmos or whatever needs a main hand, this is good.
Sure. Do you often pair the offhand with a main hand? Feel like we did that in Sunwell. I don't know if we do that now.
I mean, that would be ideal, right?
Yeah,
Like if they get an offhand, that means they're basically in line for a main hand.
sure. It is kind of signaling it, yeah. Okay, Earth Shaper, cool mace.
Um, this is probably just the runner-up until they get Voldrathar.
Sure. A lot of hit on it. We have
Yeah,
Warrior over Ret.
I think Ret over
Where's the
Warrior.
tank bis?
I think
Alright.
Warriors
Hammer
have a lot
crushing
more options.
whispers.
All right.
Oh god.
I remember there being a blood decay discussion too, right?
Yeah, there was a note that with the strength and the stam, like it's not a bad our two-handed blood decay weapon.
Right. Okay. Stam, strength, hit, crit, solid. Okay. All right. The last 5 items. Treads of the False Oracle.
Well, as we said earlier, there's like 2 boots. There's the Fun the Leviathan boots and these boots. Put fire here, and then Boomy, and then if an ally wants it. And S-Priest could use them, or Warlock can use them, but they're good.
Okay. Fire, then Boomy, then S Priest.
They're safer fire, similar to
I
Arcane
miss
as the other
Ellie
ones.
because we don't have an Ellie. Everyone's saying Ellie Biss.
Sure.
Sure.
There's just so little Ellies. I mean, obviously, there's like the pieces without spirit are gonna be so much better for the Ellie. That's why I thought the Chest Code of the Fallen God would be a decent piece for Ellie because it has no spirit.
Solid. Okay.
They don't use
You're
spirit.
happy when this drops. A lot of people need this.
Happy. This has Ellie.
There's only
There's no
one item
Arcane.
or 2 items really on Yogg
Ugh.
Hard Mode that you're sad that dropped. Leg guards of Cunning Deception. This is the Lin of the phase for the Sunwell Plateau gamers.
Wow, these are sick.
When I was so recently, I've changed my mind on this. That I like Feral first. If the Feral is willing to go 4-piece and not contest any of the other stuff, so you go Feral
Warrior Warrior
first.
against Voldrathar.
They've literally got nothing else at all, right? They're not Prio or anything else. You're not shoulder pads of the intruder, nothing like that. And they go 4-piece and rock this, and it gets them very close to
Nothing. Big
what's
Joyous
achievable with like full
Journeys.
bis.
Cool.
That would be my opinion. And then you would go probably your
Jesus,
combat
you guys are
rogue, followed by your
savage, the
assassination,
Warriors.
probably your
Commander
warrior
Shout's
somewhere in
pretty
that
good.
mix. Because a lot of this stuff is going, we're saying go to rogues,
I
but
don't
these are
know.
really good for warrior
Chats,
also.
do not
And
do
if you
not
get
ban
through
people,
enough
Grassy,
of them,
please. Chat's mostly warlocks
maybe
nowadays. Warlocks,
decide
rogues,
to
and
like throw
DKs.
someone,
For everyone laughing at the Feral thing, like they don't get Prio on fucking anything.
And mages.
It's
well,
not
you're
a
a
joke.
warlock.
It's
Foolipe,
like their
you're a warlock.
best. It's their best off piece. So it's like
Best
you're
demo.
sitting here like, how can I get a Feral to get gear? And
They might.
if they're running 4 pieces of tier in this, like that makes sense. Then rogues can take literally almost anything else in the game, and it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, if the rogue has gotten nothing, then maybe you go rogue on it. But
They're
yeah,
probably
so they're
huge.
They're saying
for
this
Feral.
Feral Biss also in tier 9. So
I didn't know that. I just the way I would gear our Ferals would be 4-piece in this first, and then
Yeah.
into the other stuff.
solid.
Thank you, Grassy.
I like it.
Warriors have decent plate legs. Like these are warrior bis, but there's a lot of plate. There's another pair of 252 plate legs that warriors can also get that
Cool.
are very close.
The lack of hit makes this super important for Hunter. I mean, dude, this item is good for everybody. Like you're saying, it's super important for Hunter. It's really important for everybody.
I actually did.
Yeah, the hunters Hunters get way too much hit. That's one of the issues with hunters, but I think that's solvable.
I don't know if I would
I
give
don't think
these to
this item
hunters.
it has to go hunter.
Okay. I mean, it's really good for everybody. It's one of the biggest chase items of the tier. Like if you get it, congratulations, you deserve it.
I can't tell you how happy I am to play a Death Knight when it's just like,
and very
uh,
few people need your shit anymore, right?
yeah, it's just like,
it's
oh,
all
it has strength,
uncontested.
it's plate.
Strength
That's
and
it.
haste. That's yours. Congratulations. All right. Seal of the Betrayed King.
Ooh.
We did Unholy equals Frost over Ret over Warrior.
I'll link. Hold on. Yeah, Unholy, Frost, Ret, Warrior. I think that's about the
I
same.
guess I just
This could be
assumed
an
all the
item that you
mages wanted to go
Well,
fire, and
Warriors
I didn't
went
even
double
think about
bronze
arcane,
actually.
so that's my
Brands
bad. I
now.
will adjust this
I think I
after,
had him
and it will
originally
show.
that I
I'll talk to
wanted
Joardee about it. Don't
Warrior.
worry.
Oh, right. We did
We'll
change
figure it
that.
out.
We changed.
I will use the WoW head
um,
guy that Foolipe made
yeah, I think you go Death
as a
Knights
basis,
into Warrior
and we'll
Rets.
figure it out. So
Uh,
little
I'll just change
assuming
this to
wrong.
pink. All right. DKs and Ret. Strength, Sam,
The
Blue
show
Socket,
phase
hit crit.
next.
Very nice.
What's the healer
You only need
boots?
like 5 of them to be kitting out a whole raid. Good luck. This item's gonna go for like 50k in a
Spark of
GKP, I
Hope.
guarantee you.
It feels good.
Show of Faith. This is a lot of healers, Bis.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of the healers use this. Everyone besides Paladin who uses Meteorite, Crystal, and Darkmoon Card Greatness. So I just put Priest because Priest didn't get a lot, and Druids have a lot of random 252 pieces, and Shamans have Pandoras, which apparently is good for Boomkins.
Yeah, I feel like you're sad if you see this, but the healers are happy.
I don't
Like
think
most of the raids, like
I don't think it'd be like if it's a piece that can be used from a hard mode. I think the raid should be happy no matter what, no matter who it's going
Sure.
to.
Yeah, I'd be excited to get this. Absolutely.
It's a good trinket. It's a really good trinket.
All right, the final item, Dark Edge.
On a serious note, you can only be
Depravity.
monofire if there's another arcane or ret. Most raids won't have a ret if they're competitive, and even as a fire mage man, you want to spec swap to arcane for certain
You
fights.
go Hunters. You
It's
can go
not Dark
Fair.
Edge of Insanity, to be fair. That one.
I will
item
add
looks way better
Arcane.
than this item.
I know. Why is this?
I promise.
It's so
not have a
lame
fucking
Just
compared.
eyeball?
It
accordingly,
should have a
everywhere it
big
says
like
mage, I will say
mouth,
fire
like
or
Yogg
arcane.
mouth on it somewhere. You know what I mean?
It's the second bis for ferals, and it's gonna be second bis for hunters. And I feel like ferals get probably on the staff, so you probably go hunters here. If
They're saying
you
base
have,
DK tank.
yeah, no, that is true. It is bis blood DK tank. I forgot about
Interesting.
that. It's tough. I don't know. I would probably go. I would probably go my hunter first, unless my feral is like really hard up for a weapon.
So basically, arcane.
A lot of
arcane,
haste,
Fireflies,
AP,
mage.
Stam, and Agi. I guess
That's the
saying-
problem with the.
They're saying it's 4th best for hunter, so it's like there's just too much hit on it.
Yeah,
Dreambinder, Lotrafend, Stormrune, Dark Edge, Twisted Visage.
no, I
for
can see
hunter.
that. It's interesting though because like druids have the opposite problem is they need hit. So maybe you go
Yeah.
druid first.
All right, let's go Druid.
I mean,
Well,
it's
the thing
Modifiers
is they're
kinda
going to be
lazy and
getting
privileged? Okay.
the other
Alright,
ones
may-
pretty easily.
Forgive my lack.
but-
but we're
of
also leaving like
knowledge.
rets out of discussion too. Like, it's not a bad way.
Yeah, what happened to Ret? Did Ret fall off here? Didn't we talk about Ret on this?
I think there's just
We
so
have
many.
Ret over Hunter on this on the text, but the color
No,
changed.
that I think that makes sense.
All right, we'll go Feral, and then Ret, and we'll just leave the Hunters off.
Yeah, it's not a big item for ret.
Blood DK over Feral. Arms Warrior. We didn't really factor Arms Warriors too into this very much because you shouldn't have an Arms Warrior so much anymore. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Blood DK for sure over others.
This is like the hardest one to decide of all the weapons. It's like not
The very
even.
last one.
Yeah, blood DKs really wouldn't have a weapon, right? Like if you went Dreambinder,
Hello, Brain. Hello.
and the other staffs to like hunters, I think blood DK is going here. Makes sense. I can be sold.
Dude, Brain, thank you for
I'll
the
just-
follow.
Throw in some Blood DK in here.
But
I don't
is
know why you put blood DK
is
in there.
this the
I just feel like it
bis
legit help
or
to make it
is
easier
the
to explain
bis
the items.
actually
I would love
the
that,
PvP
Foolipe, please.
weapon?
Well, you're probably not getting the PvP weapon. Majority of the game doesn't PvP anymore, so
They're probably so close. Like
Yeah.
hammer crushing whispers,
Next week, dude.
dark edge of depravity. I mean, you could say it's bis, but like, I don't know.
yeah.
It's probably not that big.
Congratulations, Brain. You deserve it.
Okay. Cool. Well, we did it. There's trash and stuff, but I'm not gonna bother.
There's some like decent trash loot maybe that you just want to like highlight, like
It's like
Blade Bear Signet's a decent piece.
okay.
I
Hit,
think that
expertise, strength. Is
I
that
think
in
that's
here? It is.
yeah. I
You
think
get
it's
unholy DK.
yeah. It could go anyone who needs hit and expertise that uses strength, so
It's a
decent
decent
piece of
sheet,
gear.
regardless.
The patterns are pretty good. You'll find that like some of the items that we talked about, the patterns are just better. So it's like just find
It's a
someone who can
lot.
craft
Right.
the stuff.
It's a lot
and
of
Get
craft
your
it
rune
for you.
orbs early.
Yep.
6 rune orbs, 8 moon shroud, spell weave, Evan weave, all this shit. Titan steel bars. I hope you started making them already.
Yeah, all
It's just
the
about to
Vector
go up.
tier's
crafted
probably
stuff is
a
really
lot more
good.
contested this time around. Maybe not. I don't know, but I would think so. And then Vank tier is pretty contested, and the last one
Yeah, sell all your flame caps.
Conquer. Yeah.
When
super
you're going to go over
contested.
the DK gear,
It's
we
all
already
tier,
did
tiers all
Mr.
really
Chris.
good. It's
Even
less good
without-
than it would have been otherwise, but it's still really patterns are mostly
I think all the patterns are bop with bop crafts.
BOE
Or BOE. Excuse me, other way. They're BOE and BOE crafts this
Yeah.
time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, everything's BOE. Everything.
So you can sell the pattern, or you go learn the pattern, and
or
sell
you
the
go
craft.
make it. Yeah. You could just send your badges on runed orbs and make your thing. For protector shop, they want to do tier prios.
Sure.
I think DPS, like if you're gearing DPS first for protector, I think shaman and warrior are pretty close. They're both going to run 4-piece, and like I said before, I
Yeah.
think hunters run
Yeah.
4-piece. But the nice thing is that's 3 to 4 people in a lot of raids, right?
Sell
You have
all the
one
flame
enhanced, one
caps.
warrior, and maybe 2 hunters, maybe 1 hunter. So that's not insane.
Yeah,
You could buy 2 pieces with badges. Hunters don't run gloves, so they don't, they lose prio there. Shamans don't run helm, but they might run the helm because Algalon's pretty hard. So in my opinion, I don't know. You probably go shaman, warrior, hunter. But
that sounds
like
right to me too.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Enhanced shaman, warrior hunter.
enhanced shaman. Yep. What's the next
But
one?
like the other thing is like, are you gonna gear tanks for Algalon? Like you gotta
If you're running
decide
a
how
pro,
you want to.
yeah. If you're running a
to lean
pro
your tier.
warrior, the tier's nice, but a lot of times it's not bis, but you might not see it, and you do want to get those out kills in. I don't know. If
Yeah.
you're running a pro warrior, I could see it.
Power is probably pretty good for Algalon.
Yeah, for sure.
For Conk, Pally, Priest, Warlock, I think I don't know. Almost, I'll speak for me, but I feel like either your goal is to juice the tank, or another important thing is like your disc priest getting his 4 pieces massive. It's almost 2 full pieces of gear worth of spell power from the 4 piece.
No.
I wish I would have kept the math I was doing that on earlier. It was like on a big bang, it would have stopped like 10k raid healing that would have needed to go out if you
Yes, you
shielded
do.
20 people from that like set bonus and the gear upgrades. It's pretty
Yeah.
nice.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I definitely think the Shadow Priest 2-piece is something that's really good too to talk about. But Prop Paladin, then this 4-piece and Shadow Priest 2 was what I would go for.
For sure.
Warlocks aren't in the mix, are they?
I would not file the
Shadow
Warlocks in tier in this
piece,
in this case.
not 2 piece.
How do you feel
4-piece
about
seems
like?
really good too for Shadow.
We haven't talked about this at all. But how do you feel like if I'm saying Ret should go 4-piece and it's just like when
Well, locks
is it after?
locks use the chests and the legs typically, and some use chests and shoulders depending how they're building. But you could buy the chest with badges,
Chest.
right? So
Yeah.
if they could just get that one piece that they're missing, I think the locks would be happy.
Yeah.
It's hard because up till
For
now,
tier,
I think that
we
it's
don't
been
need our
pretty
tier that
clear
much.
that you gear your DPS,
Ah.
at least with tier first. But I feel like now there are more complicated options than ever before.
It is complicated.
So you need to decide what you're going to prioritize.
The weird thing is like a lot of the tank tier isn't bis, so it's like, is your
Yeah.
goal like an early out kill, And if so, maybe you look at unoptimizing that loot and just say, I need my tank hasn't got anything. He needs some gear
Mhm.
and hitting him.
Sure.
Damn, it's almost 1 a.m.
Sorry for keeping you up so long. For Vank, what do you want to do?
I would do
Mage 4-piece.
I would.
You keep saying Mage 4-piece.
Feral
Cringe.
2-piece is really good too. Well, like Mage 4-piece literally gives them free, like their hot streak doesn't get consumed and their barrage doesn't get consumed or their missiles doesn't get consumed. It's like
This is
strong.
This is probably the most contested piece, right? The Vank
Yeah, it has
tokens.
the most people on it for sure. But the Feral 2-piece is really good too.
Feral 2-piece.
I think the
Feral
Mage
should run
4-piece is good too.
until they can get some of the bigger
Like
items.
the Mage 4-piece
What about
is the
Boomy?
best. Boomies can have my heart and soul on the platter.
I think you go Mage, right? Death
Yeah.
Knights run. Frost is gonna run 4. Unholy's gonna run 2.
The nice thing about
it's
tier
a
again, guys,
lot.
is you're
You
gonna
can buy
be
2
very.
pieces.
You can buy 2 pieces of the 25-man. You can buy 2 pieces of the 10-man, and like you can use your 10-man to get your set bonuses. So ideally, you're rocking 4-piece by week 3. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be hard to get it.
But most of the classes use chest and or helm, so you can get 1-piece like automatically. And I would avoid rogues with Vank tier because they get so much prio on literally everything else.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
Rogues
a very
don't
good
really
call.
Bring Vank.
Combat doesn't
anyways.
technically
I don't
want
hate
it,
warlocks.
but
You
assassination
can't
would want
unless they
2
change
pieces.
something for classic.
But I'm sure it still upgrades over that
I don't
stuff.
think
But
so.
I wouldn't
How
prio
fast we get
rogues on tier.
116 badges? I don't know
So
how
you're
many
looking at
badges you get in
mages,
one
so you
run,
have 1
but
to 2 mages per
you
raid.
get
You're
badges
looking
from
at
the
Death
dungeon.
Knights. You might have 4 different Death Knights, 3 to 4. So that's
Sure.
like 7. We're up to like 7 people.
Pretty sure
and
you
then
can just buy the 25-man tier.
Boomy's 8.
That's what's on the
Resto
Wowhead
Druid's
page.
probably 9.
Sure.
Do you want to keep
All right.
listing
Well,
them?
no, there's a lot of people on tier. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of tier pieces.
All right. Well, I won't keep you. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
Hey,
both.
how sure are you about badges? How badges are gonna work in the heroics?
So you can buy
Are you
2-piece 10,
sure you
2-piece
got
25.
conk
Did
out
he?
of that little bag that you were talking
I don't
about?
think that's a
Yes.
thing.
So you could get like up to 20 badges before Ulduar launches potentially.
I am a warlock. You
Yeah.
guys
So
are
the last
lame.
boss of the daily heroic drops a bag. Is it 3 conk or 5 conk Aussie Kilo? I can't remember. But so
Oh
you
my
get
God.
some from the daily quest, and you
Which
get
is 2.
some from the bag. So that's 5 a day.
So okay, so you can get up. You could get 15.
So you could do
Tuesday,
splits
Wednesday, Thursday.
and do 5 with your friends and bring 4 alts or whatever. And yeah, if that's something that you're super trying to game. I don't know if it's going to be super beneficial to do it, but that's one way to go. If you got 5 alts like you should right now with Joyous Journeys active, you
How am I
could do
supposed
it.
to go back to my guild this week and tell them Deagle and everything? Will probably listen my bad. That's what I said.
And then VOA
Deagle
comes
is
out the
pro and everything.
so.
Like, unironically.
Is it the following week? It's not launching on Thursday. They're just gonna wait a week.
No, yeah, it's the following.
But all the 10-man. Do you know if all the
You guys
10
are
man,
testing my
25-man
patience
loot
today.
changes for
Jesus
Nax
We
will be in?
don't know. I think they're gonna be in on Tuesday. It doesn't really make sense for them to
I
wait.
agree with that.
So you'll get like 2 full lockouts of Nax essentially back to back.
That's kind of cool. And then you can
which
hit
will be
heroics
nice.
for some of the stuff
Some
you
of the
might need.
10-man stuff you missed. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually not.
Next
No,
week.
no, Foolipe, I'm
Yeah,
taking
next
what
week is the
you're
week.
saying very
We've all been
seriously.
waiting a
Very,
while
very
for
seriously.
this. All right. Well, I won't keep you guys. Thank you guys. Pummel, super thank you for your work on the caster stuff and hands. Thank you for your work on the physical stuff. We're gonna work on ironing out any kinks that you guys saw in the next couple days. We'll do a bunch of adjustments. This sheet is a living document. It's not going to be
Dude, T-Pocket, man. Thank you for the follow.
Set in stone. So yeah, and you'll see a change log on the front. Boomy Prio M Timmy says okay. All right, I'm just gonna leave disc then. But thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh. Well, I will connect with Foolipe and fix this and add Arcane. I'm not gonna keep streaming after this. You guys are so annoying. I will be uploading all of this to YouTube, and I just want to say if you made it through this far, thanks for wadding through all of this, all the comments, all the items, and if you have any questions, to message me personally. There's a lot of pieces. I spent hours going through this and running sims and trying to figure out what was best for each class and try to be fair. But you know what? Everyone has their opinion. This list will be free for you all to use on a YouTube video tomorrow. I think tomorrow. And it is going to be an ever-evolving beast, but please don't take it what it says with 100% certainty. Again, player over class, realistic this, and I will add Arcane Mage. So thank you all for